Episode 26, half a year. It's a beautiful thing. Appreciate everybody supporting us for the past 6 months.
Thank you.
We decided to get drunk tonight to celebrate. It's probably
Sam decided to get drunk tonight to celebrate.
Cheers to 26.
Salud,
I can't reach y'all, but
yep. One time for
we'll do some airs.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We have some guests today. We have our first returning guest and a brand new timer. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
It's Dzevad with Gentleman Clothing. You know what I'm saying? We're here.
You know, it's your boy Daydream, man. Just all around creator. Love to speak, love to talk. Happy to be on the show, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Of course.
So, what is everybody sipping on? Can we go through that?
Yeah, we got some proper 12. I do also want to say we're here representing Hoops in the Whip podcast.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Plug.
Check it out real quick.
It up.
We got some proper 12.
Shout out to Conor McGregor. We're drinking proper 12.
This is my first time trying it, and I will say I like it a lot.
It's solid.
Good choice. Thank you for having me. Thanks for calling me.
Last second things are often the best things, you know?
Yeah,
I'm sipping on this Pama or Pama.
Probably Palma, yeah.
I don't see an R there, buddy. But yeah.
What?
Palma?
Yes.
Where's the R in
Where's
Palma?
the R in Pama, bro?
I thought you said Parma.
Oh.
Off to a great start.
Whatever.
Bad.
Yo, it's a pomegranate liqueur.
You know what I'm saying? Nice
We saying that
vodka.
17% alcohol right now. My cup
So
filled.
what's the whiskey, though? I think whiskey's like 40. Because I don't know if 17 is a lot.
No, it's not a lot, bro.
17 is not a lot? Okay.
17 straight.
17 is like
17 usually tastes better than 40.
17, you on cool. You're
I'd
on
imagine.
Cool. You know, you're chilling.
yeah, probably like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, so I'm used to the rum that's like 100 proof plus.
Yeah.
Straight.
Can we get some of that?
Chill, bro. You trying to lead tonight?
Hey,
Okay.
Trying to make it home tonight?
Kind of said diary a little bit.
Yo,
So,
so real history about Irish and Jamaicans.
Oh, really?
Go
I
back in
didn't
history. Oh yeah,
There's
Tell me about
history?
it.
What the
Teach
hell?
me something new.
big
man.
history, bro.
They're so far away from each other?
Yeah, but like you go back in time, Irish were getting treated away, blacks were getting treated away. So there's a lot of Irish influence in Jamaica. Hence, if you really listen to an Irish accent, it's very similar to a Jamaican accent. You really listen.
I've been
Wait, the accent or the vocab?
Like the twang.
Okay.
The difference between a Jamaican and Irish is Jamaican has a little more like African and like that to it. But like you really listen to it, like we say things.
It's there.
We say the same things. And if you ever go to Ireland, which you have been,
I've been there. Yeah.
heavy Jamaican influence in like the food and all that. You walk in McDonald's.
I never ever would have guessed
Bro, you
that.
walk in McDonald's in Ireland, bro.
That's
different.
crazy.
Their they don't have they have like a Jamaican McChicken. Like that's their like McChicken.
Man.
And it's actually spicy. I'm like, what? So then I went back and I learned about history, slaves, indentured servants.
Interesting.
Yeah, so big Irish influence.
I know.
Hence why my last name is McIntosh, which is an Irish last name.
Okay.
Damn. History lesson. Anything else you want to share with the class?
I love it.
Damn.
I love it.
Smarter than I look.
So
I keep telling people this,
minute
man.
pages.
Before we started the show, we got a little bit talking about KSI versus Logan Paul. What did you say like right before we started this?
It is what it is, man. You guys are talking about, you can't make excuses.
Oh, no, I know what it was. You were talking about the 2-point deduction, right?
Yeah, that.
So, here's the thing.
No, before that, he was talking about he was being sick. Which one is it?
No. Look, we won't talk about that.
Which one is it?
I want to talk about the
You
deductions.
said serendipity was on KSI's side this time.
So, I want to talk about the deductions because I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of people saying, it's on like both sides, right? Like, people say that he shouldn't have got any deductions. Here's the thing.
It was a love tap.
So, what Logan Paul did, right? So he caught him in, I believe, behind the temple, right? Good shot, clean. And then KSI fell forward. And then what Logan Paul did was use both of his gloves behind his back or behind his neck to kind of pull him down. For one, that's illegal, right? And so there's the warning already gone. A lot of people are saying that he should have got a warning instead of the points. But he pulled him down, so that's the warning.
It was a messy fight
and then,
the whole night.
Yeah, of course. This amateurs, bro. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
So, but Logan Paul pulled him.
Like
Logan Paul pulled him. He crashed into Logan's hips. And then when Logan stepped away, he was kind of like hugging on his hips. And then Logan punched him twice in the back of the head while he was going down. That's the 2 points right there. So I just want to clear that up because a lot of people bring that up.
And I want to say if he hit him once, he would have got away with it.
No, but if he didn't do the pull and then hit him, would have got away with it. But he did 3 things.
Exactly, but I'm saying
so that's 2 points.
If he hit him once and stepped away,
yeah,
they wouldn't have called it.
True.
But he went back like big brother fighting little brother and got the extra hit in.
But that's
no
why
one
like,
saw
you
it, and it's
can't-
like, nah, bro.
It wasn't even a hit though. It didn't do
But
nothing.
still, it's
Yeah,
it's the
touch.
rules though.
It was a touch. I understand.
it's the
Which is
rules.
like why I don't even want to talk about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It is what
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, it
You
was
sound like
All
you
I
sound
will
like you
say-
had money
all
on
I will
Logan.
say,
Yeah.
I didn't. I was gonna,
No?
but I didn't at the last minute because
I
the
should put
odds
money on
were
that. I would've made
the
that.
odds were insane. It was like 280 to win 100 if
Yeah.
you bet on Logan. Obviously, if I would have thought KSI would have won it, I would have made some decent coin there. But I think all I want to say is I want to see a trilogy fight. That's it.
No.
I feel like if I'm being honest, I want to see like the next fight. Like I want to see Logan versus Dylan Dennis, the
I
UFC
think
fighter
it-
that's been calling him out, because that's a bloodbath. That's a real bad idea.
Yeah,
But it'd be fun to
that's-
watch.
I think before that happens,
No, we should
he's
listen to
gotta go another
KSI.
round.
He should
KSI.
fight CM Punk. That's actually a good fight.
CM Punk. Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Logan
mean,
needs
from like a
some more
business
experience
standpoint.
before he gets to that
Yeah.
dude. But
Although CM Punk's like a bum too, though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Both of them are.
That's what I'm
I mean, not
saying.
both of them are, but
Yeah.
And Logan's not a bum. He's trying his
No,
best.
that's the thing about it is like
he's had bad.
you got to
luck in
look
the
at a
past
fight
couple
like
years,
that
bro.
just for entertainment, because like their first fight, professional debut, their second fight ever. Like
This
you
is-
can't look at a
It
fight like
worked
that
out
trying
how
to be
it
a
was
critic.
supposed to at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
This is my viewpoint on the whole thing and why I'm a little bit harsh on Logan. You have the world against you. You've been messing up, right? This is something where you just can't lose.
He didn't have to win.
Wait. No. This is something that you just can't lose
It
as
was
a
still-
man, and like as like this is something where it's like, bro, like you get to literally take all your frustrations out and knock somebody out. And people wanted him to win. I wanted Logan to win. I wanted him
A
to
lot of
win.
people wanted him to win.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, if
Also,
Logan knocks him out, KSI is okay. Like he's a go. Like he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So is Logan though.
I mean, money wise, yeah. But like now, I was like, we don't want to hear anything from. I don't want to hear anything from Logan ever again.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, did you before though?
No, not
Because
really.
you're not Logan's like target market right now.
What do you
Like
mean?
Logan's target market is like
Little kids.
16,
I don't think it is
16
anymore.
18.
I don't think
15,
it is.
18.
I think
anymore.
he's-
I think with his impulsive, he's really getting the older demographic.
I think he's trying to
I don't
age
know. I
up.
don't watch the show,
I
so
do.
I don't know.
I think
Is
he's trying to age
a little
up.
bit
I
older?
highly disagree with that.
100%.
I think he's trying to age up, but like he hasn't knocked
Maybe.
KSI out to age up.
You know what it is, bro? I
Like,
think, here's
would
the
you
thing,
would
here's
you
the
really
thing.
take him seriously? Like,
Yeah,
In real life?
I don't think any adults are taking him seriously at all.
Here's the thing. I feel
But-
like
wait,
Logan
one more
Paul
thing.
gets a lot of like bad rap for what his little brother does.
Bro, y'all are
Like,
tripping.
a lot of-
I respect Logan's business,
Dude,
bro.
you got
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Bro,
what he
like,
did for
on
the
a-
sport of,
Of course,
boxing
bro.
that night was a win.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Well, it was
He did
KSI's
that.
idea.
It doesn't matter. You need
What KSI did for the sport of boxing is a win.
But-
When you say for the sport of boxing, please elaborate.
Logan brought in so many people.
Like
he got
boxing, an
me
idea
to-
of like dying sport. Like kids don't want to box anymore because they can't look up to anybody like boxing. Like you have Wilder, you have Floyd, but like there hasn't been anyone really inspiring the youth to box. A KSI and a Logan Paul could actually inspire a kid right now who's 8 years old. Like, yo, I actually want to box. So I agree with that. Where I respect Logan's business, bro. Like you have to respect Impulsive as an idea.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
blowing up. You have to respect the merch they're selling.
Bro, they're good
Yo,
people, man.
have you seen his
I, don't
like?
know, I mean, I don't know them personally, so
You
I
got-
can't make a
You
comment about them as people.
You gotta look at the how, like you gotta look at all his like he is very successful. He's very
I
smart.
think it takes.
Logan, if you ever listen to this, I give you big ups and big respect. But you did lose the fight, and you just have to take the L, bro.
Yeah.
He lost.
Hey, but he's been
he
trying to
should've
appeal
won.
the loss. Like, there's
We'll
certain.
see what happens. What if the appeal comes back? Now this is something
It
we can
won't
talk
though,
about.
bro. I just walked you through the reasons why he lost the 2
That's a
points.
sore
How do you
loser,
know?
bro.
What do you mean?
That's like
So, all right. So I hear that.
you don't respect him as a man now.
Hang on.
Can we appeal it? You
Hang
lost,
on.
bro. Take the L, bro.
Hang on.
Can we
When
just switch
when it comes
subjects?
to that, right? So like I hear what people say like you got is like sore loser, but at the same time like if you genuinely do feel like you were
It's
cheated,
what happened,
you do
know
have
what
to
I'm
talk
saying?
about
It's
it.
your truth. You're expressing your feelings.
Like
Yeah.
there's a difference between
Just
like
because your truth doesn't mean it's the truth.
There's two things can be true at the same time, though.
Two perspectives are very real. I
That's
agree
what I'm
with that.
saying. It just depends. How,
But you
how
lost,
you're
bro.
looking
Take
at
the
it.
L, bro.
He did lose. He took the L. That's fine. But
I don't know, but like from his perspective, he does feel like he was cheated. So like I know personally, if I feel like I'm cheated, I'm gonna say something. You know. Now we
You
can,
You know
I
how you
disagree
don't
with
feel
him.
cheated, bro.
I disagree
you
with him.
fucking win.
it's all good, yo.
How you work
Anyway,
out?
Hey, at the
Let's
end
go,
of the
champ.
day, at the end
Let's
of the
go,
day,
champ.
they made their money.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
he's
did.
a-
They both guapped up.
They made their
at the end
money,
of the
and
day.
if we're
Both
being
going
honest,
up.
that was the goal from the beginning.
Dude,
so
I think they took like
Logan, bro, you can't be that
7,
big,
8 million
bro.
Clean off that night, bro.
mission accomplished for the boys.
You
Logan
believe
Paul,
that?
Wilder, same person. All you need to hit him one time. He didn't do it.
Nah, he ain't gonna.
Hey, how's everybody doing in here tonight?
Anyway, on the boxing tip, did you guys watch Wilder's KO last night? I know we talked about it for a second.
I did not. I'm sorry.
You didn't? You didn't watch the highlights or anything?
Not yet.
Deontay Wilder is the GOAT.
What, he's got 47 out of 48?
He's
42.
42 and 0, 93% knockout
42 out of
percentage.
43?
Wow.
The fucking GOAT. Only one draw. He's
Only one draw.
Never lost. Never lost. GOAT.
So we
Closest
watched.
thing
Hold
to
on,
Tyson.
wait. Did you guys see Floyd Mayweather's coming back in 2020?
I thought he just like officially retired like 2 days ago.
He officially unretired.
Unretired?
Yeah.
Who's he
2
gonna
days
fight?
ago. We don't know yet.
Another kid from Japan?
Hopefully.
Jesus.
We need another win in that win column.
I think he's just bored,
Honestly,
bro.
I want like just hang it up, Floyd.
Bro, if
please.
51 and
Why,
0
though?
is so
We only
much
get one
uglier than
life,
50
bro.
and
If
0.
you could do it and make that much money,
He's
bro,
like,
with Dana
what?
White, they're gonna
What is
create
he
a
like?
Isn't he
legendary.
technically 51 right now?
Something now?
He's 50 though. The
He's
Connor
not-
fight
he's
counted.
not 50.
He's 50 and 0, right?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
50.
no, I'm talking about his age. He's like 40.
Oh, no,
Yeah, he's 40
41 or
something. Yeah,
42.
he's up there.
Yeah, he's young 40s. It's like
He's like
just-
Tom Brady, you know what I'm
under-
saying?
I think it's what every boxer does. Like they come back and they start
If
to
it's
lose.
more money,
So,
you know?
so,
Yeah,
so
that's
is
what
that
happened to Ali.
value, is value, but I guess in the same
happened to
respect,
Ali.
all the best performers are older.
Because experience matters.
Are we talking about boxing?
Just
Anything.
in any.
In
I think
general.
in any.
I think it's definitely
Sports
different
experience
in
matters.
combat sports though. It's a
I mean,
lot
obviously,
different.
And different in
you
soccer too, also.
there's
And soccer.
there's obviously those, anomalies, but for the most part, the more experience you have, the better you are.
No, I agree with that. You cannot deny it. Plus, like the showboating and like the brand is built. Like I saw like the difference in paydays. Like the purse for Wilder is like 3. The purse for like Floyd is like 2.
Nah, it's different, bro.
It's just like, so
there's
for
levels
Floyd-
to this shit, bro.
So for Floyd, it's like another 400 mil to fight. Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
It's like
He gets like 10 mils for 10 minutes in an exhibition
Yeah, I
that
guess,
lasts
like-
59 seconds. Why not come here? And
I would-
make
I
it's
would-
like
money?
serious money.
I'd
bro.
ruin my perfect record for a couple $100 million.
You only live.
Personally.
Like, cause that shit's
See,
not gonna matter
Mayweather does
once you die.
what I agree with, bro. You don't when it's time to win, you fucking win, bro. And he does.
He does every
Mayweather?
single
and
time.
how he
Mayweather?
does that is actually the opposite of a knockout.
Yeah,
He does that
defense
by not being hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know
it's
what's
like,
funny? Like
bro,
when he
that's
was,
why he thinks he can't be beat
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
And he's right.
yeah, that's true
man.
because
He-
like you don't lose
he's
the
so
knowledge.
good.
Like he beats you because he's smarter
especially
than
Yeah.
his weight class, it's gonna be so tough for anybody to come in and beat him. And I want to see him and Pacquiao go at it again. I think that'd be a really, really
That'd be a good-
fight.
In my
It'd be
opinion,
a good challenge. Pacquiao's a good
you.
fighter.
That's the
man.
best fight that he needs to go after because
Yeah.
they're both old.
Yeah.
So like you're talking
But
about like
he's
an actual
good.
possibility.
Pacquiao's still good, man. Pacquiao
Yeah.
does
he's
have a
he's at
small
least
chance.
active.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a
Pacquiao's active.
small
We gotta
chance.
admit, Pacquiao's age actually slowed him down.
But he's
It's
good.
clear.
Yeah, it's clear, but he's
Yeah.
still.
But he's still a
Okay.
scrapper. I
Wait.
mean,
I'm
he's still,
sure-
he has the spirit of Pacquiao,
I'm sure
but I think
Mayweather
Floyd lets
probably
him have it
lost.
pretty bad.
I'm sure
they
Floyd
run it
probably
back,
lost.
yeah.
maybe.
Have you guys heard
Hey, is he in
the
camera?
Yeah.
Can you look on the video camera? He's in.
Have you guys
Okay,
heard
alright, you're
about like the interviews of like what people say what is like to fight Floyd? It's like frustrating.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you can't hit this guy.
You
He's
can't
sitting
hit him.
there talking to you,
So, like-
staring at you, laughing at you.
That's like put it in hooping, bro. It's like you can't stop somebody from scoring. on you.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be-
in boxing,
like
since
me,
it's
you know what
like
I'm saying? Or like Luka Doncic.
jokes.
Man, honestly, who do you guys think is the best performer in the NBA right now?
So
Luka.
far this season,
Yeah.
Luka,
if we're going off this season,
bro, he's
Luka,
averaging
bro.
like damn near a triple
Oh.
double.
I mean, we could read his game log, bro. It's like he dropped 40 tonight. He
Who?
dropped Luka.
Luka, yeah,
He
bro,
dropped
he's a
like 55 the
So
other
you
night.
think he's the best performer so
Yeah.
far in the
No,
league?
I say
Yeah.
LeBron, bro.
He's
No,
definitely no,
LeBron's
hang
number
on.
2, for sure.
LeBron is the best player, but like if we're talking about like
No
who's having
performer, bro.
who's having a better first 15 games, bro.
Luka's been, dude. He didn't play the
Luka's
second
on
half.
another
He
level.
didn't play the second half of the game against the Warriors because he dropped the first time ever like 35-point triple
Yeah.
double
Luka
in the
has
first
been on
half.
it. He's on my fantasy team going nuts.
Bro,
to be
real?
honest.
Good
he even
grab,
said
bro.
it,
He's
man.
going-
Wait, are we just
Great.
talking about points or are we talking about the whole thing?
We're just talking
Well,
like
I mean, Luka's getting boards. Luka's getting assists.
He's getting
I-
everything.
honestly, I agree with you.
Dallas
I
is
agree
winning
with
too.
you. To
LeBron
keep it
even
one with
said
you,
it.
if I keep it 100, the number one performer right now over Luka and over LeBron, to me, man, I hate to say it, James Harden is just.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say. I'll say this.
James Harden be
James
doing
Harden
shit.
is the best regular season scorer of our time. Simply
Since Kobe.
I'm glad you just
Since
clarified
Kobe.
that.
Yeah.
Since Kobe. Since Kobe.
regular season
Yeah.
keyword.
That's
Kobe.
really
Yeah,
important.
Hey, since
Kobe.
Kobe.
Really
since Kobe,
important.
just so you guys.
I was looking at the Rockets today because I was interested because I've been seeing what Luka's been doing and I was like, all right, let me compare it, right? Bro, Westbrook
Westbrook's fun.
Westbrook is averaging 21% from 3 and he's shooting over 8 attempts
He's
a game.
hilarious. He is hilarious.
8 attempts.
I could
Westbrook,
join the,
shout out to you, bro.
I could
You all
join
this
the
hate.
Rockets
Wow.
tomorrow and shoot better than Russell Westbrook.
Unbelievable.
Here's the thing, though. Like, what else does he do? Like, you're in an offense where if James Harden doesn't have the ball, he stands. He stands dang near at half
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
So, like, it's a weird spot to be in when
They're winning games, though, it's working.
basically if no, they're I mean
They're winning games. Aren't they second in the West? Or am I wrong?
I believe they're top 4.
Yeah,
I don't know where.
top 4 right now, but
they're
it's
definitely top 4.
I don't know. It's real like
They're winning games.
This is how I put it. If you're not in transition as Russell Westbrook, you're a dud.
That's fair to say.
Because you don't even, and guess what? In half court,
Yeah, it's tough to say.
he doesn't even have his best shooter actually spotting up to shoot because James Harden stands at half court
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you bring the ball up.
They
So
should-
he's basically like,
I think the problem is like Aaron Gordon
So it's
is
not
having
fair.
a bad season too, and he was the spot up shooter kind of.
Dude, they should pick me
Eric
up. What do
Gordon
you guys
definitely
think
was.
about
You're
that?
right.
was-
You're
yeah.
right.
I need
So, like-
Westbrook to become a true PG, whatever, and then
He still gets his. I mean,
he still gets his points, but like always thinking about like, yo,
The
make
play,
make
yeah.
the
He
play
needs to stop
always
shooting the ball so much.
because like
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna get your legacy. Like Harden got you, bro. Like you, 9 times out of 10, man's got you. Just
Yeah.
create the play.
But see, here's
Right?
the thing. Here's the thing. That's not how Harden plays.
I know he wants it. He wants to
He
be.
can
Like
though,
okay,
because
so
when
say
He wants to
say
be
if
the
Russ
guy.
is bringing the ball up, Harden stands at half court. He doesn't play. That's how he plays. That's just how James Harden plays.
Yeah, I mean, like if we're talking about
So
like
he's
off the
not,
ball,
you can't pass
Yeah.
it to Harden
Yeah,
for an off-ball
he,
shot.
He plays a lot of ISO ball.
Yeah.
James
Yeah.
Harden does. And
Yeah.
one thing I will say about James Harden is he's really good at throwing it up to Clint Capella when he gets down there if he needs to. So he could possibly throw it also up to Russell Westbrook, and I think that's what they should be doing.
Yeah, I
more.
think the problem is though, like if we're talking about the playoffs, like you run
Dude,
up,
imagine
you
if
run up
every
against
time-
Anthony
hold on.
Davis, those lobs aren't working.
Bro, imagine if
Those aren't gonna work.
every time James
Facts.
Harden couldn't finish it, he just threw it off the backboard, and there was Russell come flying in, just bang it off the backboard.
Yeah,
Nobody would
in a
expect
perfect
it,
world.
and Russell would be jumping out the gym to get it, bro.
Who you taking in a 7-game series right now? Playoffs start today. Houston Rockets.
Or Dallas? Or who you
Oh,
gonna
no,
say?
I think they're canning Dallas. I said the LA Lakers. Who you
The
taking?
Rockets can
I'll
Dallas.
take the Lakers.
Wait,
I'll take Dallas over Rockets though.
Hang on.
Wait.
By Cannon, what do
Okay,
you
we
mean?
can
like
toss this
4-0
back.
sweep?
No, I don't think a 4-0 sweep. I definitely think at most 6 games the Rockets beat Dallas. For sure.
I think Lakers beat them. For
Really?
sure,
This is
and
really
Dallas.
going to be a debate.
Luka, bro.
Bro,
Wait, look, like, I gotta
people
think
forget
about
that
it.
Kristaps is also on that team.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with
Bro.
you. So when we discuss playoffs,
Yeah.
tell me this. Okay, when I think
I like how
of playoffs,
this show's about to be just NBA talk.
No,
I love
well,
it. I love it. Let's do it.
No,
But when I
we
discuss
gotta-
Harden, here's the thing. When I like, you have to understand the last 2 years James Harden has been in the NBA playoffs. He's lost to the Golden State Warriors with
Yeah.
KD. So like we can talk about his performance in the playoffs, yes, but he's not playing a normal team. We can admit that.
Yeah.
That was the juggernaut team of.
That's a very good perspective, yo.
Yeah, but at the same
I
time,
can't
like
lie.
his numbers did legitimately go from 36 a game to like 30. And I'm not about to say like 30 points a game is ass, but that's a 6-point differential, yo. Like that's a big deal.
And he had very bad second half production in those games. But what's happening? He's trying to score the entire time and carry. And then by the fourth quarter in the playoffs, he's gassed and he's not hitting from deep. And that's
Yeah.
the reason why I say this in the same respect. James Harden will never win a championship, in my opinion. I think what I'm looking at when I watch it in the regular season, it's so unbelievable to look at. It's like we're looking at the modern day Jordan, and I think it's on steroids. The regular
Wow.
season James Harden is a created
bold
player
claim.
I don't think
from he's an alien. Watch the games. He's dropping
Yeah, no,
38
he's
a
sick.
game.
He's
Like
a-
Jordan,
he's a bucket,
was
bro.
doing the
Yeah,
same
he's
thing
buckets,
though.
bro.
He was dropping 36.
Jordan dropped
30.
35.
Okay,
That's his
yeah,
highest.
But
Hey,
it was,
but
it
hang
was a
on, hang
hard,
on.
it was a much tougher 35 and a lot better to watch sometimes.
Was it though?
Let's debate this now.
Well,
Thank
wow.
you.
All right.
Oh, it was a lot more pull-up
Hang on.
jump shots and dunks where James Harden is doing step backs, and it's just a different game.
Wait,
you
that's
know
a
what I'm
harder shot. If I'm deferring away from the basket,
Interesting.
I'm stepping back
saying? You see what I'm
Interesting.
saying?
to shoot a harder
But this
shot.
this debate's actually fun though. So what's a harder shot? The step back
I think
or
I'm agreeing with
bringing
you.
it in on like two people? You got to dance off somebody. Like we're talking about two
I think
players.
Jordan's
Consistently
game-
or just one
I
time,
think Jordan's
bro?
game was tougher than,
We
than
got
Harden's.
to think about this consistently or just one time.
Consistently, Jordan's game was way tougher than Harden's.
See, but that's tough to say because check this out.
He was
I don't
banging
know,
out on
bro.
people. James Harden's not doing that.
That's
What?
true.
That is.
Dude,
I've never seen Harden's banged on what? Maybe one person?
Dude.
His whole career?
Harden, if we on 2K,
Does he
just
even
to let
have
you know-
bunnies?
This is not. We're not talking about.
He got-
two
he got a
no,
beard
no.
gut,
I'm just
bro.
gonna speak about this because
No.
this is. I'm just saying. Like James Harden is is everything, bro. There's nothing on offense that's a
Well, he's
flaw.
a 99 overall on offense.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, like
for sure.
he's definitely dunking on people. He's actually one of the best at drawing a foul and finishing.
He's not dunking on nobody
for an and one.
All right, but so here's the thing about that step back, right? Is I feel like you could probably say 50% of the time he's pushing off with his left hand.
Yeah.
I get called for that foul when I'm at the gym. That's all I'm saying. It's like this, like going like this and then stepping back, like you're fouling every time, but they don't call it.
It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
But what's the harder thing to do consistently throughout the game?
It's too
is the
hard to
question.
say, bro.
I still think
You
it's
talk about
Jordan's
Jordan
game.
taking it up on Joe Dumars, like taking it up, like I don't know, bro.
See,
You
but
know
that's
something
not
about the
fair
league?
because check this out. You look at the league now, like you talk about a Shaq. Let's just talk about a Shaquille O'Neal. Because since everyone wants to talk about Jordan was so hard because the players were in the paint. Everyone was on the block. The bigs were on the block. So the bigs were already waiting for you to come down here.
Yeah.
But check this out. Let's put Chris Stapps up against Shaquille O'Neal. Surprisingly,
That's cakewalk.
I think Chris Stapps hands him his ass.
What?
Check this out. This is a weird idea, dude.
I'm clipping this shit and putting it
dude,
on
I'm
Twitter.
telling you this.
Hell
Shaquille
no.
O'Neal is 300 and some pounds.
Yeah.
And can't not defend the perimeter at all.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Oh wait, finish your point.
Go ahead.
On the
Go ahead.
Lakers, maybe Orlando Shaq in his early years.
Okay, that's what
But I'm
Shaq
gonna tell
you're
you right
talking
now,
about.
Chris Stapps, when Shaq was winning Finals MVPs, he was not a perimeter defender. I think we all can agree.
Oh,
He
not
doesn't
perimeter
need to
defender.
be.
No.
He
Okay.
can play zone D.
No, but we're talking just first. Okay.
Well, you
Keep
gotta-
going. I think I get what you.
with the revolution of the game, dude, if Chris Stapps was playing Shaq, he would be so confused what to. You could literally make him a dud on defense.
No, you can't.
But here's the thing: is Shaq's
What
gonna
do
back
you
him
mean?
down for 2 points every single possession.
That is not true.
Are you serious?
Bro, he's got 100 pounds on him.
You would make him look like a
so
baby.
you're telling me this? You actually think that Shaq on a 7'3"
I like
player?
Pour me another shot.
Shaq was 7'2", 7'3" also.
I'm just saying this. You
Anybody-
think so? You think
anybody
Shaq?
wants
You
some
think Shaq will
proper
tell
ball,
you
man?
it's
We
an
need to finish the
auto
bottle.
point every time on Giannis Antetokounmpo on Chris Stapps
Giannis is
Porzingis?
different.
Dude, Chris
Bro, what
Stapps
are
is
you
one of the
saying?
best.
Man, I'm
Chris Stapps
drunk,
Porzingis
man.
is
I'm
one of the
drunk, man.
best rim defenders in
Fucking
the NBA
drunk,
right
man.
now.
I'm fucking
Like
I
that.
don't know about that.
Really? You don't?
No,
agree
I'm
with
just
that?
saying, like, I don't watch him, so like
Okay.
I don't know.
Chris
Yo,
Stapps
that's-
Porzingis,
all I
if
see
you
is
come
his
into the
offense.
paint and Chris Stapps is there,
Let's
don't
go.
expect to score. That's all. So like, I guess I'll
This
put it
is
this way.
this is very
Yeah,
great
Pete.
conversation, Joe.
No, and it goes deep because I don't want to say
Let's
you're right.
go.
Shaq is definitely going to score a lot of points on offense. I just think
Bro.
what Chris Stapps would, the
Bro.
difficulty guarding him for Shaq would be horrible.
Bro,
I
I
just
don't
think,
think so.
like, I don't know. I have a hard
think
time with these
Shaq would
hypothetical
eat him,
debates.
bro.
You know, because we'll never see the matchup. You know what I mean?
I think Shaq would eat him, bro, like a 10
I say
piece.
Orlando Magic Shaq first. It'd be
Right.
something to see.
If Orlando Magic Shaq stayed around for like 10 years, we're talking about the best player of all time. But like he put the weight on, like he obviously still is a Hall of Fame, one of the best players ever. But like Orlando Magic Shaq was just a different beast, bro.
All right, yo.
Because that would be very interesting to
How
watch.
y'all
Now,
feeling?
in the argument of have players gotten
fucked.
better or worse since Jordan era, I think it's a great debate. I give Jordan a lot of credit because what I think why we make him the greatest because he did something for basketball that no one could do. He made everybody in the world want to play the sport.
Yeah.
If you look at old clips, basketball was really boring. It was just a whole bunch of dudes that stood there.
Yeah.
So in my argument, it's kind of like he was doing a lot because he's of a different generation.
His athleticism.
But like he started the way the NBA plays now, very aggressive, very speed heavy, very fine to get the basket, be creative. I give him credit for being the greatest because he did that. If we put Jordan in our era now, would he still be as great? Is the conversation, and I think that's where like it's hard to say who's the greatest player of all time. To say that players haven't gotten better since Jordan era, we'll just say that humans don't evolve and don't progress.
I
Like
think
that's where I'm at. Like
so. I think it
I
just,
really do think these new players would like Jordan would just be like a regular player, bro.
It depends.
Because
On it depends on the way you look at
I
it
don't
because
know about that shit.
you're talking about like
no one else was bringing it like he was, bro.
Hang on.
Except for the Pistons, bro.
Offensively,
that's it.
Offensively, the
Carl
NBA has
Malone
gotten
did it,
better,
too.
but defensively, it hasn't. So like for every superstar, James Harden, Steph Curry type of offensive juggernaut, like.
Yeah.
You're talking about two guys
It's
who
a lot of
also
different-
aren't.
it's a lot of rule
hang on.
changes, too.
You're talking about two guys that also aren't that good on defense, right? So, but the difference between Kobe, MJ, is they would give you 35, and you're not going to score a point on them. It's like that's the difference. and that's where LeBron is like comes in the conversation. Is like like you're talking about the caliber of player that's in the top 10, top 20 are players who are giving you 30, 35, and you're also not going to score a single point on them. Like Kawhi's in that conversation. Like there's levels.
I think it's more. I think I agree with that.
There's reason why Harden won't be in that conversation.
I don't disagree with that, but also when it comes down to the last seconds of the game, who has the ball?
Can I say something?
I think that's a very defining characteristic of who we view as the greatest player.
Yeah, of course.
Kobe always had the ball, bro.
Always.
Listen, real quick, I want to say something. Top 10 today. I don't know. The 11/24/2019. I got Luka Doncic in my top 10.
Of all time?
11, 24, 20,000. What did you just say?
The day. It's today's date.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck are you saying?
I got Luka at my top 10 today. He's better than Steph. He's better than Russell. He's better than Russell. He's better than Dame. I'll take Luka over all of them.
Is he lying though, Sam?
If I'm starting a team, I'm taking Luka over Steph. I'm taking him over
Steph
Dame.
could be debated.
I'm taking him over Russell, and I'm taking him over
Kyrie
too.
What was the second name you said?
Dame, Steph, Russell, Kyrie. I'm taking Luka over all of them.
It's actually messed up to say that.
I'm not
saying he's top 10, but
I'm just saying that based off what he's done.
I have to
agree
with
he
you.
is not better than Steph Curry, bro.
I think he is.
No blasphemy will be accepted in this household.
Look at the numbers. What is he doing right now? You said triple 30 points. What is he
something like that. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, bro. He could be right about the
It's
Steph
the second
Curry
season,
thing,
bro, and he's already doing that.
If Steph had his own team like that, like the thing is, like
Was it Steph or was it KD?
We forget about Steph because he's had KD on his team, but like
no, listen, I
the
understand
73-9 Warriors, Steph was dropping 39
I'm saying today
or 35.
I'm saying today, like tomorrow they have a game.
Wait, today Steph's got a broken hand. Like, what are we talking about?
But is his hand really broken though, bro? That's
Probably not. We're trying to get the number 1 pick. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I think he's gonna evolve in the next.
That's
few
a
years.
very, very hot take.
It's more based on the future projection of him and based on what he's doing, what he's done last year.
I mean, we go back to Dirk.
He is
right?
Also
Remember
how?
old.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine him at 30. He's gonna be fucking
He's
shit
gonna
up.
be a beast.
But I feel like we were having this conversation about Giannis 2 years ago.
Well, and that's honestly,
You know what I mean? Like when Giannis exploded, we were also saying shit like he's gonna be better than LeBron. He's gonna be better than.
Kawhi. But not everyone who actually believed. Like not everyone who's thought about shit.
I just feel like we were saying that, and then like, and naturally how things go, like Giannis kind of went like this, and then like he's still progressing, obviously, but it's so much slower than how he came on.
Yeah, I think Giannis is one of those guys that's like, you only can relate him to LeBron, but I think he's definitely just an athletic freak playing basketball, in my opinion. When I look at him, like his package,
I just see him as a bucket.
Yeah,
I don't really see him as like an athlete. He's just a bucket. Like he's gonna make the shot. Like to him, I see him as like T-Mac. Whereas like at the same time, like T-Mac was a lot more athletic, but
he was more of a shooter too. Giannis ain't a shooter.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Doncic. I'm talking about Doncic.
Okay. Oh,
you're right about athletic and Giannis.
Yeah.
But like I think when it comes to Doncic, like I just view him as like T-Mac. Like T-Mac's gonna give you buckets every night, and Doncic is gonna give you buckets. But they're not like the most athletic guys in the world. T-Mac was.
T-Mac was a shooting guard.
T-Mac was an
T-Mac was a shooting guard though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His main objective was to shoot.
Yeah, that's really
Luka's a
debates,
point guard.
Man. I gotta think of all this shit. You guys been saying shit. I'm like, wait, let me think.
How you guys
Alcohol's
feeling, man?
hitting
This
me,
proper 12 got me feeling real 12 right now.
Real 12. You feeling out of 12
man, I
out
might
of
have
10?
to fill my cup back up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how
Let's
drunk are you right
let's
now?
move on from NBA talk before
People exit out of the podcast.
What else can
What
we
we got? The
much
Tesla.
I was about to say
Tesla
that.
truck.
Love
seen
it,
it?
man.
I was
I
gonna
want
say-
it.
I got it on pre-order.
Say, listen, since
I got it
that's
on
coming
pre-order.
out,
Yeah.
since
And
that's
a
coming,
3 too. Remember the black one we saw in Chicago?
Oh, really?
I'm going all
We had
Teslas,
this
bro.
Hey,
conversation.
bro, I'm
Whips.
feeling you on that. Since that's coming out in 2022, bro, I'm thinking next year in 2020, we gotta go harder than ever, man. I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up and I imagined 2020, bro, I imagined utopias and all this crazy stuff. And now Elon Musk is actually doing something futuristic like that, and it's coming in 2022. So like we should really be.
So yeah,
focused
so
on
it's
doing
funny
some
when I
crazy
see
stuff.
like the design of the car. Part of me feels like
Ass.
he's doing. You don't like the design?
No, I don't like the design.
I think it's dope.
I think
personally.
you need a
I
hug.
love it.
When I
Vince,
see
I think
it,
you need a hug, man.
It's
Come here.
40 bands too, 40K.
yeah, it's cheap.
I just saw
40K?
it pull F-150, and I was really thinking hard about Raptor, and I was like, after I saw that,
It pulled the F-150.
yes, bro. I was like, after that, I was like, cop.
Wow.
That's it. Quit.
It's the ultimate drive-by car, bro. It's just bulletproof. What you mean?
But imagine all black
drive
one,
by in
bro.
a Tesla truck.
Imagine all black
40K?
Tesla truck and my all black Tesla.
I'm just playing. Nah,
Whips.
so what I was saying is I feel like
Spaceships.
Elon got this car designed just because this is how we thought cars were gonna look like, and he just wanted to make it happen.
But why not though? What's wrong?
No,
about
I'm
that?
not hating. I'm just saying I feel like this
think
was
it's
his train of
beautiful.
thought.
I mean,
It's
I
like,
think
yo,
he's,
this is what people think cars are gonna look like. Let's just make it happen.
I think he's such a busy guy and he's always working that like he doesn't think about stuff like that. Like I think he's really trying to just he's really
bro,
like the
it's-
next Nikola Tesla. He's really just trying to innovate and create.
I feel like it's intentional, bro.
Don't get confused. Elon's a troll. That's his whole business model.
Yeah, and then
He's
you
a
look at
Twitter
did
troll
y'all see
for
the bike
sure.
that he made too?
Yeah.
Just like it's literally. I mean, both vehicles are basically out of Halo.
Dead
You know?
ass.
So I mean,
I put a
when
meme up
you
on Twitter.
look at it, it's kind of like, yeah, I think it's time for somebody to do that. Let's bridge the gap. Let's see what BMW's alternative to this is.
Yeah.
Let's see how creative they're gonna get, and,
I think
and
this
let's
is
actually
how,
get
this
up
is
to
how
the
it
future.
starts. This
Yeah.
is literally
This
how it
is
starts.
beautiful.
Elon Musk
people
is
do this shit to be
definitely
funny,
amazing,
and then we
amazing guy.
actually just
It's
we
not.
just
I don't
take
think
it.
he's doing it to be funny, man. I think it might be funny for some people, but like I really think that he's doing it to try to push the progress forward. Because you gotta look at what
But I
everything
mean,
Let me
else.
clarify, not to
You
be
gotta
funny,
look
but-
at you gotta look at everything else he's doing too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's building underground tunnels and stuff like that. Like he's
No, I'm
not
just talking
trying
about.
to be,
I'm not.
he doesn't have
I'm talking
time.
about the design of the car, bro. I'm not talking about anything he's doing. I'm saying like when
He's
I
a
see
troll,
the
bro.
design, I feel like he did it because it looks funny, and he knew that, and he was like, "Yo, this is what people thought that cars were gonna look like 40 years ago.
Maybe,
so
I
let's
don't
just
know.
do it to be funny." I really feel like that was his train
On
of
some
thought.
real stuff, like I think he understands where the world's gonna go. Like car companies, you look at the numbers and the stats have been not doing too hot. So for a few companies, like the one size fit all, every car looks the same is not the car market of the future. When you think of a world of Ubers,
Yeah.
of Lyfts, people don't have to buy a car. So he is smart for making a car look so outrageously looking,
Yeah.
Lamborghini-esque, like.
as well as electric, but that big, because
big.
then you don't have to break your back
And then-
spending money in gas.
And then making it price conscious, flips it on its like he's trolling the industry.
Yeah, he really is.
Like
'cause he's-
people are pissed at him because if you go back in history, when he brought Tesla to the big car companies, he's like, "Yo, fund it, we'll make bank." They laughed him out of the room and tried to do Volt and tried to do all these other, and they flopped. So I think, in my opinion, Elon, if he shared the same energy as me, will be on this. All right, I'm just gonna continue to troll the industry and win because
Until they do what I do.
And since I'm the first mover, I'm always gonna win.
Right.
Guys, you have to. How many cars did he sell on a pre-sale? He drops cars like how Kanye drops shoes.
Oh yeah, Kanye's
The
killing
whole
the shoe game.
everything he
Can we
does,
talk
bro.
about that?
Everything
We
he
can.
does is on some troll shit, in my opinion. And I mess with it because it's actually good. There's sizzle to his steak. He actually makes money, and people are pre-ordering and buying cars
Dude,
like a
What was it
luxury
like?
item.
Was it
Listen,
quarter of a million pre-sales? Or
Yes.
Dude, I respect
It's
the
only
man.
like
when's the
4
last time
days.
BMW did that, bro?
I respect
True.
the man so much. He's when he sold PayPal for I don't know 185, 190 million. He spent every penny on his 3 companies, and he was borrowing money from his parents for rent. I got mad love for the dude. You know what I'm saying? He goes all in on himself, and he really loves what he does.
You
He's
can't
a
argue with
beast.
that.
I have
Crazy
nothing but
motherfucker.
respect for that dude.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Shout out to Tesla. You made me a fan. I love cars, and I was definitely like,
And
I
a
hope
gas
more
car
people
guy.
with the car Tesla. I hope more people look into Nikola Tesla, the actual person.
yeah, beast.
He's just like that man. That man was an innovator and creator. And if you go back and read his biographies, Nikola reminds me, or Elon reminds me a lot of that guy.
yeah. Pass me that bottle, man. You
Are
feel
we,
me?
are we
Yeah,
out of the
they-
whiskey? Are we out of the whiskey?
No, we got a little whiskey.
We got.
Yeah, man. I'm
running
gonna just
low.
keep vibing on this little pomegranate. It's Sunday night. You did.
Yeah, I feel you.
Keep it light.
Wait, wasn't there a question? Somebody.
I said,
What are
can
we
we
gonna
talk?
talk about?
Can we
Kanye?
talk about some Kanye?
Oh,
some
yes.
Kanye.
What do y'all think about those 380 aliens? Have y'all checked them out?
Is that the
Yo, listen. I've been wearing Crocs on the daily, bro. So
We
for
can
me,
even pull up.
I was like, yo, those are hot.
Yeah.
Is that,
Also
is that what
Crocs
that
too.
is? Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Croc 380 aliens.
They're not Crocs.
No, they're not
The Croc
Crocs.
joints?
I know
He's
what people
coming
make
out
it.
with Crocs. I think.
But people are making. Oh wait, am I
Isn't
talking
it
about
funny
the
how
wrong
we
shit?
address it as
Maybe, I don't know.
Crocs?
He's
Yeah,
coming out
you-
with so much different shit right now, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
got
he's-
these.
What are these ones you're talking about?
Slates coming
380
out.
aliens.
He's got some slates coming out December 14th, and then he's got the those aliens that just dropped, and
shit.
he's got whole man. This guy.
Yo, these are kind of cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
388 aliens?
Yo, they look like a Call of Duty camo on a gun.
Yeah, they
No
do.
cap.
And he's about to start coming out with a lot more 380
Yeah, 2020.
color waves.
Yeah.
You know, he just moved. I don't know if you guys caught the Fast Company interview where he discussed that he was moving, starting the Yeezy campus out in Wyoming and now manufacturing a lot of the new shoes.
Yeah,
here.
we talked about that
Trump
last week.
started that, because he's got more people building. Apple just built their first U.S. base down in Texas.
They're gonna start building.
Yeah, well, down in Texas, they're gonna have their first one soon.
That's crazy.
And,
Dude, we had this conversation like 3 months ago. We were talking about like we felt like a lot more people, since like the cities are becoming like the most popular thing.
Had it on the podcast.
It might have been when you were on.
That's funny.
We were talking about like how because the cities are becoming popular and everyone's moving to LA, San Francisco, New York.
I said Texas and Florida.
Next up is going to be Wyoming, Idaho, like the places where no one goes because everyone's going to want land.
Before they go there,
because it's going to be gone.
Before they go there, though, they're going to go to Florida and Texas. They're going to go to Florida and Texas before they go there because Florida and Texas right now have zero income state tax.
I think Florida is a state that we all want to avoid. I don't think anyone wants
Definitely.
Texas, then, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Texas
are moving
is beautiful,
to Texas. There's
Texas
a lot of
is
space there, and like the pricing compared to like LA and stuff like that is.
I'm gonna drop a gem on everybody, and I'm gonna say two words.
Please.
And that's it. And you guys gotta take it upon yourselves to learn about it.
Go ahead.
Opportunity zones. Next topic.
Write that one down for me. All right. Boom. I actually have quite a few topics today.
Oh, real quick, back on Kanye thing though. I'm a Kanye stan, big fan of Kanye.
We know.
We all know. It's not always right. Kanye and Drake, I both like them both really well. I know it's weird, but I have so much respect for Ye because for someone to be doubted repeatedly throughout his career. So today I've been listening to Last Call on repeat, and we forget that like they didn't want him to rap.
They didn't.
That's
it was
correct.
like, just stick to beat, stick to producing.
Bro, everything he's done, literally in his career,
No one.
not just one person,
Yeah.
the masses.
Bro, he's a beast at producing, at
Bro,
singing,
creative,
like genius,
Singing?
art, design.
And then we look at his
You know what I mean,
business,
rapping,
right?
Yeah.
We look at his business, like 1.5 million gross sales, 890 net, owns 100%, owns 100% of his brand.
His Yeezy brand was listed as $3 billion brand, and it was listed at that by the people who were trying to buy it, which means it's probably really a $6 billion brand.
Facts. Listen, he does all this stuff. He's canceled in culture, but he's selling shit. I have to give him respect because I'm like, yo, Ye, like, he was freaking out. I remember the Zane Lowe interview. I think you're with me when we were at, his name? Dar's crib. And I think us three were like, yo, that's dope. And everyone's like, Kanye is crazy. And we're like, what? What do you guys not get? We got. And I'm like saying like, yo, he was right.
Dude.
Nike fumbled the bag. Adidas is out of debt because of Ye. I bought Adidas stock like 3-4 years ago. We up.
And every single shoe.
We continue to go up. Buy Adidas stock. Another gem for you guys.
And the one thing we can say about
Yeezy's
Kanye
killing
is
it.
every single shoe that he's dropped, you look at the Dons and the Jaspers,
Yeah.
the Louis Vuitton shoes as well, the Air Yeezys. I mean, look them up on StockX.
Yeah.
It's a high ticket to get them.
Yeah.
So it's simply whatever
His
this man
brand,
puts his
his
hand
brand
on
is insane. Like
is literally
people
insane.
want it.
And I think at this point, it's almost to get to that stretch to speak. Like, is he to me? Especially when you talk about shoes, I mean, who could actually compete with Air Jordan? You can't name another person.
He's killing Jordan right
Not
now.
even athletes for
You know
real,
what's
Can't
crazy?
even name another person.
You know what's crazy? Even his socks are killing the game. I bought like probably 50, 60 pairs of Yeezy socks season 2 and for $15, and I sold them all for $40 to $50 to $60, and right now they're going for $90 to $100 to $120, bro.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Fuck
Flip.
with socks.
You gotta put respect on his name, bro.
So let's have this conversation.
Talk to me.
Is it all hype, or is it marketing genius?
It's brand. It's marketing genius and hype.
But nah, I want to talk
both.
about it.
It's
Not
both.
just throw the answer.
I'm
out
gonna
there.
say it. It's both. It's always both because you have both. You have both types of people. You have people who are doing it just for the hype, and then you got people who are really loving this guy and everything he creates, and they're doing it. They're buying it. For his,
I think that's probably the best answer that you can give. But go ahead.
In my opinion, I think when it comes to the 350s specifically, the Adidas 350s, I think they're the new Jordans, man. I think they're the new retro Jordans. I think he hit it on the head with that specific design. I think it can go great with a blazer. It bridges the gap, I think it bridges the gap between like contemporary fashion as well as athletics, which is different. because
It's so
you look
comfortable.
at so like I can rock these pants, some white Yeezys with a pink blazer, and it looks wavy. A person will look at you and think you look classy. Or you can pull up to the gym with a whole outfit on,
And some
just the
Yeezys.
Yeezys on.
And
those 350s are it. I can't lie. I think you hit it with those.
If you start wearing them, it really starts to feel like you're walking on clouds. Bro.
Very
like,
comfortable
so
shoe.
comfortable.
What do you think?
Yeah.
About my question.
Yeah.
So, let me think about it before I answer it. I just like, because I've seen, like, obviously Kanye's made a lot of like moves in his life, and I think the fact that like there's that cult following behind him. So I think going to what you said is probably the best answer, where it's a lot of both, because I think there's been a fair amount of misses. Like, we talk about the shoes. I think the shoes are dope. I don't know if I'll ever own a pair, but I like them, right? But I look at the clothes, and in my opinion, they're all misses, right?
Okay.
So we're talking about like it's shoes, shoes, pants, and shirts, right? So one third of the line is dope, in my opinion. Like,
and I will
I
agree with you
struggle
with
with
that.
that.
I will
Let me
agree
say
with you
something.
with that. I'll flat out clarify. I only mess with the shoes. I
Let me
agree.
say something.
and I think most people would say that.
But wait.
All right, listen.
Oh, all right.
You guys are 100% right as far as the us wearing it goes, but to take it from somebody who's buying and reselling a lot of his brand because of how much people are hype about it, and I've actually made quite a decent coin from Kanye's brand. Dude, those shirts, I try to buy them all. All the stuff that he drops clothes-wise resells very good. Very good.
but like,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, you can say what you want to say, but if
I've
someone's
never seen
paying...
a Yeezy shirt in person.
No, you're
ever.
not, because you're not going to see it in Grand Rapids. But listen, if someone's
That's fair.
paying
That's fair.
$250 for something that dropped 3 weeks ago for $115 and you can't get it no more, you've built something that's just... You can't talk about it. Not a lot of minds are going to be able to grasp that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane, but that's so tough to do.
So I want to give an answer to the first question. I think personally, Kanye's marketing schemes, and I think where a lot of people miss it, is not his quote unquote public freakouts. His marketing schemes are like Madison Square Garden. He had the whole Madison Square Garden filled the fuck out for a fashion show.
Yeah.
His marketing scheme is like, oh, we're gonna have everyone walk this big fashion line. He's gonna like, oh, we're gonna have all these rappers, all these models stand silently and wear my clothes. Those are his marketing schemes. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna have my wife and her whole family and her friends.
She kills it.
Right? Wear my clothes like a paparazzi shoot.
Yeah, that's what she does.
That is genius to market a brand.
You know,
Period. Second thing, me actually buying his products as a consumer, not as a reseller.
Yeah.
Like, let me check and see. When I bought it, his three as shoes, and I put them on, I'm like, oh shit, they're actually comfortable.
Yeah.
I wore them so much that I turned a pair into my kitchen shoes. I wear
That's true.
Yeezys at the restaurant.
Man wears Yeezys at the restaurant.
I'm not wearing them so that a customer can catch me wearing Yeezys at my
they're
restaurant.
just comfortable.
Like, they
were
that
quality.
I literally go back and forth between my Crocs and my Yeezys every other day.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a good product.
Yeah.
Like, so I think Kanye has always made a really good product. No matter what you thought about him, his music has always been good. His product has always been good. Remember, we wear skinny jeans, leather, and pink because of Kanye West.
Yeah.
We have the Louis Vuitton backpacks. Louis Vuitton is in culture because Kanye West.
He has his own Louis Vuitton shoes.
So,
the
like-
Dons and the Jaspers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when we get down to the crust of it, like, he's been doing this. Like, we cannot test his gangster on merchandising his brand out to actually make serious coin. I did not believe it was gonna be $1 billion company now. 200-300 mil off his brand is what you can normally expect off somebody like that. But what he has done,
Dude,
I don't know who does his operations or what, but they figure that shit out, bro.
he's outdone the Jordan brand. Like, people are making more resale from the Yeezy brand than Yeezy's making off the Yeezy brand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's getting to that point where the resale market is that insane.
Yeah,
Like-
but isn't Jordan kind of along the same lines though?
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But no one's ever come even nowhere remotely close.
I feel like Jordan sell for
But-
200, and I see him for a couple thousand, depending on the shoe.
No,
Obviously.
yeah, no, it's
Depending on the
different.
shoe.
It's
Well,
different.
I remember
Kanye's-
when we're like in middle school, like Jordan, like people were dying over the shoes.
Yeah, it's
That's what
different now.
I'm
Kanye's, I think, surpassed. Like, if you go to the website,
Which
it's
why
still-
is
I'm
the
not
reason why I
enough of a
stopped wearing
sneakerhead to
Jordan.
have this conversation.
But Jordan's definitely still up there. Like, he's still dropping consistently too, man. Like that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
And all right, so answer your second question about 1/3 of the line. You think about business, you think about product lines. A lot of companies have one thing that does the sales, like the iPhone, is what everyone gets. Not everybody buys everything from Apple. So like when you think about a company, you think about a product company.
Yeah.
There's always one product that is super consumer centric that people just fucking buy. So like you don't have to like everything else or have to afford everything else. You just have to like the one thing.
Yeah.
And then there you go. And I think that's builds like a lot of like the polo shirts. Like polo makes a lot of shit. People buy the hats and the
But
shirts.
everyone
bro.
just wants the polos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I feel that's how like fashion brands work
Yeah.
and like win.
Yeah.
To me, it's just crazy that Kanye West is fucking selling shoes right now. I think we gotta give him a fucking hand
Yeah,
clap.
nah, he's a beast.
Like-
Hey, but on a real note, how's everybody doing in here tonight? Because I'm feeling good, man. This Proper
I'm feeling
12 is
great.
really
Yeah.
good.
I'm hitting.
Shout out to Conor
I'm feeling
McGregor.
good right now.
I'm gonna hit these Tito's right now, bro.
Feeling like
And a
Tito's.
scale of 1 to
So
10,
tell me
Sam.
this though. This is actually interesting.
Wait, do we got
Take.
sparkling water or something?
What do you guys think? You know,
Maybe.
Antonio Brown came out apologizing to the Patriots. And I do kind of feel bad at this point because I watched a guy who thought actually the league would stop for him.
Yeah.
I think he kind of took things too far. I will admit that.
Yeah, but still, he's so good.
He's phenomenal at the sport, but the thing about the NFL is, be honest, after that little debacle, dude, he got forgotten in 30 days.
He
But
did.
No
It
one's
was
even
interesting.
talking about him, and I think he was just surprised. He's
I
like,
think
Interesting.
Jay-Z is going to get him back in the league. The same way he tried to get Colin back in the league. I think we'll see AB in a jersey again, if not this year, the next season for sure. I think
think
as long as he's
So-
trying to keep going that route, he
I
can
think-
get a job.
I'll let you go
somewhere.
First. I'll let you
If
go
the Patriots want to win the chip this year and secure the bag, they gotta bring homeboy back. Cause Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson's coming, baby.
first. Lamar
go.
Jackson is
Tom
coming.
Brady
Hey,
was
then
upset
how
when
about
they-
them Niners though? How about my Niners though? Can you
I-
say something about
Don't
them?
they play Baltimore tonight?
Yo,
I think so.
yo.
Is it Baltimore or no?
I think
No,
they play
it's not.
Lamar Jackson tonight, bro.
they
Did
play
they?
somebody good.
I'm pretty sure. I'm checking right now.
It's a good game tonight for
I
sure.
completely forgot about it.
It's Niners against. I think it might be the Ravens. It
Yeah,
might
so-
be the Packers. Is it the Packers? I think it's the Packers.
We're about to find out in 3 seconds.
Because Lil Wayne was on Undisputed
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Packers versus
yeah.
Niners.
Yeah, it's going right now.
So they must be playing next week, which is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, dude, the Niners, I got them winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm going to Miami. We're going to
but
go up against the Patriots.
To go, is it in Miami, the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
It is? That's crazy. To go what you were saying about Antonio Brown, I think, so from a morality standpoint, you're talking about if you sign him, you enable him, in my opinion, right? Like, you are essentially saying that you can act a fool for however long, but if you apologize, it's cool, right? I think that's the underlying message that happens if he gets signed this year. Now, I think if you force him to sit out a season, then that's like, okay, we're punishing him, boom, boom, boom. He seems like a better man, let's move on, right?
He might have that mellow effect. Have you heard what Elo said recently? He was talking about like how now he's more into his role and he's not trying to be that. Like before, he was talking about I'm not sitting on the bench. Now he's talking about he'll do whatever it takes to be on the team and play his role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he might.
So that's what I'm saying,
But
though.
it took
like,
a year. It took a year to get
yeah,
that.
if we take Antonio Brown's apology and we're just like, okay, let's move on, let's sign him again, I think you're kind of enabling this behavior. Because, like...
He was going crazy, bro. Every day was something crazier than the last
Yeah,
day.
and so, like, we
I don't
don't...
think people like black men like him standing up and saying shit. Personally,
honestly though, he took it too
There's-
far for the first
that's what I'm
time.
saying,
it's
Like,
like too
that's
far.
kind of
Levels
the
to this
frustrating
shit.
thing sometimes with
'Cause,
that.
like,
To
he
be
is
real,
so good.
is that like in this?
I don't know if he took it too far.
And
though.
I like to put it this way. I
Maybe
hate
he
Really?
didn't. Maybe he didn't. You might be right.
Well,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
to be fair, the reason he got off the Patriots was because of
The
the court
case.
cases that came
Yeah.
out. Right?
Now that's true.
But what about all the stuff before, though?
What's before is like
Big
thinking
stuff
about
with the Raiders?
no, think about like your career.
No,
Your legacy
He messed up when
as
he
a
texted
player?
that girl. He should have never texted that girl.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but we talking
But
pre that.
yeah,
That's
pre
what I'm
that,
saying. Like,
pre,
even
pre all
before
that,
that.
before the
Pre all
story
that,
came
he was
out.
good.
I truly believe I'm like,
He was doing
yo,
a lot, but
oh, thank you so much.
What do you want?
Don't
He
even
does.
matter. It really
Did you
don't.
Ooh,
deliveries?
let me hit that Canadian. Or
Canadian?
the Canada drive.
is that Radenska? Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
what
this
we're
is just
talking
tonic
about.
water. Okay, we'll make it work.
We
I
got
think-
that
I think-
Radenska.
When I look at his moves, and I think about a player. When you think about the NFL, how the contracts are set up,
This was made in.
I get his frustrations because he took his moment, right? What I don't like, right, and where I can see everyone like agreeing is like when everyone commented on it and his reactions to the comments. Like you think about strategy, you think about chess moves. I feel like he's just been quiet, made a statement, and then moved. But at the back and forth made him look very bad, and people misunderstood his moves. Yeah. I can get if you want to play for a really good team and you want to win a chip before you retire. You care about your legacy. What I don't get is you not conveying that to the public.
Yeah, he didn't.
You saying you're fighting about stuff that don't even matter to your career, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think
like what
I think the final straw was ultimately the texting to the victim or alleged victim. Like,
I don't respect. He did that shit. I don't respect that, bro.
You can't do that shit.
Yeah, you can't be raping people.
You gotta be smarter than that, bro.
You gotta have a.
You gotta be smarter than that.
These girls, bro.
Even if it's
and
all made up,
bro.
Even if it's all made up, you know what I'm saying? Like even if it never happened, you gotta be smarter than that, bro.
In the moment, probably he was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, but you look at it. I mean, if he actually didn't do it, it's kind of odd for a guy that's not been in a situation like that. Honestly, it's hard for me to say what I would do in a situation like that. But what I will say is pre that even how far he took the Zenith stuff with the helmet. I just think it was a bit unprofessional how he went about it, and especially at the caliber of athlete that you are. Why are you going so hard for some helmet company? And if you notice, right when the first allegation came out, Zenith dropped him. So you held out on your millions of dollars. He had a ginormous contract with the Raiders. You held out for a helmet company that dropped you immediately once some allegations dropped out. So now you look like even more of a fool. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think it just, honestly, what it looked like while he was doing it was that he actually was excited that the entire world was tuning in to his Instagram. And he had a lot of cash because he went on LeBron's podcast and actually said,
it's a real guy.
I don't have to play anymore.
Yeah.
He said that.
He said, I'm up 30 million or something.
Yeah, he said I'm up 20, 30 million. If the NFL does not want to respect me or he simply said, I will not play anymore. I don't have to play anymore. Now, less than 6 months later, he is literally on his Instagram talking about how he's begging to be back in the league. You deserve that. I can't lie. You flexed right on the whole world on LeBron's podcast. 6 months later, you're already on there saying the complete opposite.
Do you guys think he did Pittsburgh dirty or Pittsburgh did him dirty?
I can't speak on that.
Yeah, you have to be there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like
you're only hearing
I didn't pay attention until
I think he was doing what he thought was right at the time from his perspective. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock the man down. He's learning. He's growing like everybody.
I can only speak on the Raiders situation because that's what I paid attention to. But like, I mean, it's too hard to say because like every forum has a different opinion on what happened.
Well, this goes to who you're surrounded with.
Yeah.
Who inflates your ego? What's your strategy?
I think
I really think he did not care about the money. I think to this day he's not caring about the money. I think he knows that he's not done yet. And the worst thing for a competitive player at that level of sport, your identity
to not be winning. Yeah,
your identity is in the sport.
Yeah. Like I disagree with you guys.
You've been doing it. You've been doing it for so long.
I disagree. I think I'm gonna say something that I think is very interesting. I don't think he has as much money as you think. And the only reason why I say that is because
I agree about that
how many people do you hear? Clinton Portis came on and talked about how he lost $30 million. He was actually completely broke down to his last $30,000 after his last season in the NFL.
I don't think AB's that. I don't think AB's like.
This
Clinton
is what I'm
Portis.
saying, bro. These guys have a lot. Okay, if I make $19,000 every week, I'm gonna get a house that's worth that. So now I have bills to go with the pay that I'm getting.
And they're young.
Yeah.
I
have friends that are actually in the NFL, so I know how they spend bread, bro. Yeah. And most people leave the NFL within 2 years, and they actually leave broke.
But he's got a smart wife. I think he's a little bit smarter with his bread. He got a family and stuff.
Yeah. All I can say is that I hope. You know what I mean?
You hope.
I don't know, but
I'm not saying he don't.
I hope he's straight.
All I'm saying is I think with those type of bills, I ain't gonna lie. You go a couple months without getting that check and see $1 million in bills.
I think he's still getting paid.
in bills coming out.
I don't think NFL is his only income. You know what I'm saying? Even those endorsements, even if they drop them, he's still probably got investments. You know what I'm saying? I think he's smart enough to.
Clinton Portis was one of the best NFL running backs in the league at the time. like I said,
There's always anomalies.
$30 million
bro.
Gone less than 2 years.
There's
when you're
always
like,
anomalies, bro. I understand
Yeah.
it's possible, 100%. You know
I think
what
it's
I'm saying?
tough. We're talking. We'll never know.
But money.
You know
Here's
what
the
I
thing
mean?
about money, though. It doesn't change you, bro. It enhances who you are, and I think Antonio Brown, coming from where he's come from and his family and all that, I think he's really.
Well, I think the real
smart.
conversation is financial literacy, and I was telling you this on the ride
Right.
to Chicago. It's like everyone keeps worrying about what they're gonna gross. I keep telling you, it's what you keep.
It's what you
When you
need.
start making money, bro, the hardest thing in the world is to keep that shit.
Yep.
Because like everyone has to get a little bit of something. So like I think a lot of these NBA, these NFL, these big they hear 30, 40 mil, which is a lot of money, but it's like wait, think about taxes, where the mark you're at a 42% tax, so you really make 15. Then you buy a house for 3.
Interesting
now,
stat, bro.
Now you're at 12.
If
and then you bought 2 cars.
If we want to go there, if you're always growing, you should never pay in taxes. It's when you stop growing that you start paying
Bro,
taxes.
the average
No, but like,
the
you
average
understand-
NBA player gets 25% of the money you see on that contract.
No, not 25%.
That is facts.
No,
That's
not
That
facts.
sounds real low.
we can-
Well, after tax, after
I'm
expenses.
telling you, after taxes, agents,
Agents.
all that stuff, bro.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were saying just tax.
Like
Okay.
I'm saying
I know agents get
after
fat cut.
everything, the average NBA player is
There's no
getting
way.
23 to 25%
There's no
of that
way.
contract.
Maybe.
There's no way.
No, but yeah, you
All
get,
right.
all right, you make, right? When you go through your taxes, how much you left with at the end of the year, bro?
Dude, it depends on how you're doing it.
No,
but you
but
should keep
think-
90, at least 90 to 95% at least. And then, but if
Huh?
you,
What?
bro, Amazon, listen, if you, I mean, you have to, the more
You're gonna bring up $1 billion.
Listen,
No, no, no,
listen,
no, no, no,
listen,
no, no.
listen.
I'm
The more
talking-
money
no,
you make, the
no,
more
Dzevad,
you
GB,
have tax benefits.
Wait. You're right. I'm talking as personal income, not your business. These NFL, NBA players that's their job. They don't have the LLC. Where the NFL does not. I don't think that they allow them to pay. They're paying the person.
Yeah, that goes
This is
directly
their
to the
salary.
person.
This is not a $30 million
But they
contract
can
you got
take
as a
that-
company.
But I'm saying of course, some people take that money and blow it on this, and that, and they use that as their money.
It's just,
But
but
there's-
listen, it's so much money, and especially these kids who are going to the league are not from money. You're talking about $30 million. You don't know what that means because you didn't really earn it. You earned it because you played a sport and they gave you a lump sum check. But you know what it's like. You know how much $10,000 is, don't you?
Jalen Rose,
Right?
just
You
was-
give someone 10 grand
Jalen
right
Rose
now,
said he blew
they-
10 million, man. I'm
Literally,
telling you, they
I'm telling
running through that bread,
And
bro.
and then people trying
Be
to, I'll
honest.
take $1 million, I'll invest in this for you. Then you're hanging out with
You don't have to-
billionaires. You're hanging
You
out
don't
with
have to invest millions. You can invest
Okay, but
hundreds of
think about
thousands.
10 grand, and think about you giving somebody 10 grand, and them they're gonna blow it in a week. I guarantee it. Maybe a month. They didn't earn it. They don't know what it takes.
Okay,
To them, they have 10 grand, so what they're gonna buy.
It
They're
depends
gonna buy.
on the person, man. We could talk about. I think we're talking about apples and oranges.
This is
though.
a
It depends-
hypothetical debate. I
It
think we
depends
should
on the
move on.
person we're talking about, you know, because money doesn't change people, man. It really
It's not
exposes
about
who they are.
changing you. It's talking about your financial literacy. Do you
I know that's what I'm
understand?
saying. It exposes who you really are.
So the thing that we're exposing is that they're not prepping these players to have financial literacy.
No.
Yeah,
The
no-
agents, the teams, their people around them are not. No one's financially literate.
no,
Everyone's like, yeah, bro, you can buy the car.
No,
Yeah,
man.
bro, you can buy the house. Yeah, bro, you can buy the trip.
Well, and,
yeah,
and,
bro, you
and
can
I'm
buy
not
the
even,
cars.
and I'm not even necessarily saying like, yo, I think AB's broke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just thinking like, obviously, as someone like, if I was bringing in 20,000 a week plus. You know, at that time, I'm on top
acting
of
a
the,
fool.
Yeah, I'm acting a fool. I might
Yeah.
tell you,
5,000
I
a
don't
week.
need you.
5,000 a
You get
week.
what I'm saying?
You guys are going crazy. You're not gonna know what to do with
You
it.
get what I'm saying? So
I did go crazy.
at the time.
I
he's-
start saving my money.
Yeah.
So at the time,
You
he's like,
start
I don't
making-
need the league. You know, all I'm saying is like, you know, maybe once you leave the league and realize what you had, I definitely double think just like he is and be like, dang.
All right, real quick.
That's what
You
I'm
do the
saying.
math.
Let's move on.
That's
from
like
this.
$960 a year. That's under $1 million a year,
For-
right?
What are we talking about? Five grand a week?
No, we're talking about $20K a week.
20K. a week?
That's
like a mil,
20K
right?
is
I think.
insane, man.
So-
I'm telling you guys, at 5K, you're going nutty.
Okay, so that's like 960.
Okay.
Literally,
440,000 puts you in the 1%.
yeah, but literally, bro, like if we look at it, sorry, Sandy, you want to move on. Let's say 42% is gone off top.
Hey, how's everybody doing in here tonight?
Hold on, I'm doing quick math. You guys can keep talking. I'll give you guys numbers. While
You all good? Everybody good?
Yeah, I think like this is a fun discussion to have, but it's all hypothetical.
All right,
man. Let's talk about something
$441,000 is left after tax. You didn't spend nothing, but mind you, you believe
That you're a millionaire.
you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
So you're spending, like he is saying, money like a millionaire. So if you spend no money, you have $441,000 left in the year. But guess what? That's not what you're doing. You probably got 3 cars, luxury cars. And you're probably paying around $4,500 a month in car payments. Yeah. Right? Listen, unless you cashed out. Well, you cashed out. Let's say you cashed out.
If you cashed out, those cars are still worth something. Here,
but wait, I'm not done.
These guys have some people.
I'm not done. Wait, if you cashed out,
we're moving on.
No, real quick. I just want to give guys. I think people need listening to this need to understand this money part. I know it's boring, but guys, this is how you.
I mean, if you teach them,
this is how you get it. Let's say you cashed out on cars. $220,000 you cashed out on cars. You're left with $220,000,
bro,
for your $1 million a year.
Yeah, it's real shit.
Can I say something?
Think about light bill, gas bill, house payment, clothes,
parents back home,
food, parents back home.
Your agent that's taking 10 to 15% also after your.
At the end of the year,
yep,
right? You're probably down, if you're kind of conservative, $85,000.
Can I say something, please?
And that $85,000, what you gonna do? You're gonna pimp it on yourself because you make another $1 million.
Listen. That's so 2002, bro. What? If you're not smart with your money in 2019 with Gary Vee on the internet, bro, if you don't know what you're doing with all the Grant Cardone and all these people who are helping you with financial literacy, the information is out there. The information is free. If you're not smart with it, that's on you. I understand that stuff's out there, 100%, and it was way more out there in 2002, 2006 before the internet age. But
so you're telling me when you started making money, you didn't go dumb?
But listen, 100%.
You want AK Ricks dropping bags that you didn't have either, bro?
No, 100%. You go.
Okay, and then what happened? You're like, wait a minute, I'm not at that level, bro.
But listen, they still have a nice cushion where they could do something. You know what I'm saying? And they got enough cash flow to. Although I hope.
But what happens when the contract is done? There's no more cash flow.
Okay, when the contract is done, 100%, then you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you just said.
That's what we've been talking about.
And I didn't even mean to go down that rabbit hole. All I meant to simply say is cash flow is obviously king. And like I said, while I'm making the money, I might be more cocky. Now that it's stopping, it took him 30 days to come back and actually say the complete opposite that he's been saying in 6 months.
But that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That's
I've been quiet for 30 minutes. My turn.
You start making money, guys.
No.
Please save
Save
90% of it and live off nothing.
So here's the thing: for every one person that is competent financially, and I don't mean like has money, I mean like has knowledge of money, there is 100 people that don't know a thing about a dollar, right?
Thank you.
So we can sit here and we can say, yo, all the information's out there, but there's people that just don't know or don't care.
Bro, why do you think I took the time?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. But I'm saying, like, we're talking hypotheticals, right? You can only speak from what you know. I can only speak from what I know. Of course. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to us, like, how would you not understand money? But you got to understand, outside of this room, 9 times out of 10, people don't know the value of a dollar. People don't know, like...
Here's the thing about that, though. The one person that you mentioned, he's probably the 1 out of 100 that's elite. The other 99 that don't know what they're doing are probably the 99 players that don't know... You know, they're not elite.
But at the same time,
who's teaching them, bro? Nobody is.
Hang on. What if that one player that actually understands money?
There's always anomalies.
Hang on. What if that one player, let's take it out of sports. What if that one person who understands money is only bringing in $30,000 a year? They can't really apply that to the same level as the person who's bringing in $200,000 but doesn't appreciate the value of money at all. You get what I'm saying? It's like there's so many variables in this discussion that it's like we probably just shouldn't be having it.
What else could we talk about?
Yo, you save your way to millions, bro.
What else can we talk about?
Basically, just don't spend money. That's what we
Grant Cardone, I don't know. Grant Cardone sells a bunch of crazy.
What we got? Dave East. Do y'all listen to
Flop.
Dave East?
Hey, I listen to him sometimes.
He's got a really good couple songs out.
He's got this album that dropped 2 weeks ago, and it only did 3,000 in the first week.
I saw that.
What?
And Def Jam put $1 million of marketing behind it, and it flopped.
No, that's not true.
Shout out to Dave East for getting $1 million richer.
That's not
147.
I'm gonna take my shirt off. That's not true.
I'm not shitting you, bro.
That's not true.
It's true.
Bro,
3,000.
No way, bro. Listen, Logan Paul. I kid you guys not. Logan Paul could sell more than that with no marketing.
You have
and
to
that's
try
why you
to
have to
only sell
respect.
3K, yo.
You got to put respect on the internet, bro.
Now,
it's crazy.
Oh, what?
Dave East is a great artist, and I don't know if you guys have heard the album. It's a good album, solid album.
I'm sure it is. He's a great
which
artist.
begs the discussion is the fact that he went at Lil Nas X and kind of called him corny. I forget like the words he used. did that have a negative reaction on the trajectory of his
No,
career?
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's
Why
bad
does someone
use
like
of-
Dave East only sell 3,000?
Because
I
his
don't
music for
know.
people, for real rap heads,
Yeah,
not the
that's
current
tough.
market,
That's
bro.
really tough.
But he's
I
not
think-
though, because he's got
here's
gunner
what I-
features.
White kids
Here's
He's
what I
got
think.
gunner features on
Here's
the
what I
They
album.
want to
think-
hear Young Thug. They
Here's
don't want
what
to
I
hear
think.
bars. They don't want to hear stories. They don't want to hear somebody really talking about coming
Here's
out of
what
the
I
shitter,
think
bro.
it's bad use of marketing dollars. There's no way you should spend. How much do
Wait,
they?
you see his
million.
TikTok, bro?
There's
They
no,
spent $1
that's
million
what I'm
pushing
saying,
it.
bro.
You
If
see his TikTok?
they
No.
could have spent zero and done more if they would have did a couple videos on TikTok.
I think
Are you kidding
He
me?
did a couple of videos on TikTok.
I think Def Jam.
Did he?
With
With
all due respect to Def Jam being a historic music label, I think they've been out of touch marketing wise for a
100%.
while.
They got Vince
now.
Staples in
They
there.
need
Come
Gary
on.
Vee
There's really
in the
only
mix,
like
bro.
they have like artists, legacy artists, that do well, but that's it. Like, who have they dropped recently that does well? I mean, Logic does well. He has a cult fan base.
Yeah,
He's pretty much leading
But
the house
my boy
at Def
Sam,
Jam.
not
Like,
no
who's
No.
definitely not, bro.
What happened?
I haven't been on Logic for like.
He's lying,
used to
bro.
be a
We
big
went
fan.
to
Stop.
Chicago.
Big
You
time.
capping,
We
bro.
were in
Don't do this
Chicago,
to
bro.
me.
He was
Big
like,
time, big
"Can you
fan."
play Logic?"
Bro, shut the
What?
fuck up. That's a lie.
Why you
What?
capping for the
That's
fans,
why you
bro?
capping for the.
Okay, since I'm in the power from all time, it's all Logic though.
Yeah.
Old Logic does go hard. Old
He's
Logic
got.
does go
See,
hard.
look, she got me. She
Look
got
at-
me.
He was like, "I don't listen to Logic."
I don't.
Old Logic.
He's got
Like
4
when he was
mixtapes that
cool.
came out 2010s. Fire. His debut album, incredible.
I was capping.
Everything
and
else,
his girlfriend called him
You
out.
think so?
100%.
That's solid.
Trash.
I guess.
Anyway, you're right. He is their best artist, probably. I'd imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not really. I don't know who's all signed
He's-
over
he-
there.
I think he's
But it's just mind blowing to me. Like someone like Dave East is signed to Nas, and he's only doing 3K. Like Nas,
I'm
that
telling
Nas
you,
is your audience.
Which is crazy.
But how
Like,
much is
Nas's
Nas- but how much is
audience-
Nas selling?
yeah,
bro?
Nas.
Dude,
I don't know.
Alex Morton could do more. You know what I'm saying? Like 3,000.
3K's embarrassing, bro.
Stretch, but
Bro, it's not a
And
stretch,
no
bro.
disrespect. Like
3,000 is embarrassing.
3,000 is
It's not
bad
a
because it's
stretch.
streaming now too. So that means
You know
actually
what
no
I'm
one
saying?
listens.
You know what I'm
apparently,
saying?
like
That's
150,000
really
of
bad,
that was sales, and only 150,000 that was streams.
That's really bad, bro.
That's 15,000
that's-
streams. Like
That's shocking. That I went from drunk to not drunk.
That's so crazy. I feel
Yeah,
bad for him.
it's
bro.
a-
It's
He
tough,
just killed
man.
my buzz.
I think it's one of those things where he's more of a. I'm surprised he took a deal that large and bet because like in today's age too, like what he's spitting, I wouldn't expect to sell much. I definitely would hope for
But
at
that's
least
the thing.
30,000.
he's got features from Gunna and like other pop artists on the project. So to me, it's almost like we know him as the rappity rap guy, but he's getting features from Gunna. It's almost like he doesn't know where his lane is, and I think that's the problem. Is like he's getting features from Gunna, like so he's thinking about pop, but he's rapping like he wants to be a '90s
Yo,
rapper.
guys, listen,
So
the
it's
lost-
like you have to pick. You got to pick where you
Guys,
got.
listen. This is why he's not selling albums. He's listening to the wrong people, bro. Nas, the Lost Tapes 2 sold 23,000 units.
23,000 is a lot better than 3 though.
I'm just saying though.
And
That's not.
I mean, I don't
but
think
that
Nas
was
is-
also an EP though. So like, what about Nasir? What about Nasir?
He
The
could
one that
have
came out
done
like 2
more
years
by
ago.
himself or done just as much by himself.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
know.
always
It's-
agree with that aspect. I think, man, it's kind of tough because, like, what I would say is, like, you say he has a song with Gunna and all these other big artists. Reason why I say it's a marketing issue, and I could be wrong. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Where's the video with Gunna? Where's the
Yeah, that's true.
like? All I saw was the week his album dropped. I saw him on No Jumper. I saw him
yeah,
on.
he was on every
He
platform.
was just interviewing. That's it. Like, where's the there? I didn't see
Where's the
nothing.
music video? Where's the
yeah, like where's
features?
where's the video
freestyle?
with the dudes in it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I heard him just say a couple things about not having Kodak on the album because of Nipsey, and that was pretty much it. It was like no, I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it needs a little more
77,000.
push.
For the one that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Nasir.
Hey, real quick, how's everybody doing
That's
here
good
tonight?
sales. You know what I mean?
Are we really saying that's good sales?
77 in the streaming era for sure.
Yeah, in the streaming era, yeah.
For sure. I feel like anything over
you
50K.
hope that a Nas
Hey,
would stream better.
You
than
guys
that.
know what's crazy? Soulja Boy sells 100,000 every time he drops an album.
Come on now.
I don't believe that at all.
Soulja Boy actually
I'm
had
not gonna lie.
98 million streams. In
Soulja Boy's
2018.
fan base is insane.
For
Yeah.
real?
You
Yeah,
guys
bro.
don't know what he does on Twitter and all this crazy bro. That boy.
Soulja Boy is really tapped into the internet, bro.
So when he said Drake, he was right.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He was
goodness,
right.
bro.
No,
'Cause
Drake-
I knew
Drake-
he had like 2 or 3
Bro,
videos. that year that
2019,
kinda
the
popped.
beginning of this year, I was feeling like Soulja. Check out my man's hit single,
Feel Like Soulja.
Feel Like
I've
Soulja.
heard that shit. That's not.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Soulja
It's
Man,
like-
To compare
bro.
Jay-Z sold
I think the problem
26.
is just like 3,000 is so low that I'm just like.
Here's my thing.
mind blown.
Here's what I think.
Yo,
The
can you fill
fact
me
that
up with
he
the
sells
pomegranate?
3,000 and somebody like Soulja Boy can sell $100,000 worth of. It's just
I
like
don't know. Speak loud, GB.
these
Good.
these internet era guys are a lot more in tune with the internet era, and they're getting a lot more sales than these. Like the people that are like Davies, they
Yeah, so-
should go selling out their trunk. They'll
I
get
see
more
that
out of
point.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's interesting.
I ain't-
Yeah, I just think. I mean, it like I said, it kind of brings up the question, like going at Lil Nas X like he did, like
I don't
calling
know.
him corny. Like, did that have this big of a negative
don't think
reaction?
so.
No, I don't think he did the work to win over the people who actually stream and listen to his album.
No,
No,
I
we've been
didn't,
sharing
but-
it.
We've been sharing it. Like, I think Davies, like, to be honest, I've heard about him for years, but like, he hasn't won me as a fan. Do I know that he can spit? Yeah. Do I catch myself listening to a full Davies project and excited for it? No.
No.
He's got good songs though. He's
That's-
a great
that's-
story.
that
And
is
New York
fair.
as a whole,
That
it
is
hasn't
fair.
really been coming hard, other than like Young M.A. Really.
That's how
Well,
you feel?
I think
Right
I
now,
think,
yeah.
I think the problem is
Well,
New
we can
York.
discuss that.
Who do you think's coming out of New York right now? It's
Lil,
actually
Lil TJ.
But so
Is
I was
he
all
out of-
right.
thought
All
he was
right.
out of-
I got
is
it.
he
I got
out of
it.
New York?
Is TJ out
Yeah,
of Chicago?
yeah.
I
No,
thought
he's
he
from
was
New
out-
York. He's
is he
from
in
New
I thought he
York.
was from New
He's
York.
from the same Bronx or the same
Yeah.
spot
A
as A
Boogie.
Boogie.
A
Yeah.
Boogie. That's why
A,
they
I mean,
compared-
A
That's why
Boogie
they-
High Bridge.
So,
who else is over there? They
this-
got that
this is
one
what
guy,
I was about to say.
Gashi. He's from New York. He's not.
This is what I was
American,
about to say, right? As I think the reason I think you're right, Vince, when you say like New York isn't really as hot as it used to be, but I think that's more or less because the sound of New York is changing. I think when we look back in 5 years, like New York is actually going to be one of the top cities because we're getting like Lil TJs and A Boogies. I mean, A Boogie's been around for a
He's
lot,
solid.
right? But like the sound of New York is changing. Like it's not
Yeah,
boom
it's
bap
not-
rapping anymore.
Right.
Jay-Z
We're talking
and-
about melodic raps, and it's like a whole thing.
I-
So 5 years from now, when that sound is accepted, right? Like I think we're gonna see that New York is actually the spot where you come out for music, right?
Can we talk about the baby?
I think New York is done, bro, for a
Talking about
while.
the baby.
Why do you
What?
feel that?
What?
Well, they're
For like-
eating right now. Lil Tecca just had that big I
Ransom?
got black, I got white.
Ransom?
He's New
as
York.
well.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he
They're
was New
eating
York.
right now.
I feel they got a couple hit singles. I don't see New York being.
Atlanta's hot
MA?
right now.
Before 6ix9ine went down, he was the hottest thing on the net.
We can't talk.
Well,
about
no,
He was from
6ix9ine
New
is
York,
an
though.
anomaly, bro. 6ix9ine is a character, bro.
Yeah,
can't
actually,
talk
I mean,
about that. We can't.
I mean, honestly,
We gotta
what,
change the
what do you
subject.
Nigga sticky.
Yeah, change the subject.
How do you feel about his storm on the
Sam,
internet?
change the
That-
subject.
that was-
Nah, I want to have a music debate. We haven't really talked about.
Yo,
music
listen,
in a while.
I give 6ix9ine on the
So,
marketing
alright, so-
We
tip.
can't talk about.
So
6ix9ine,
hang on.
man.
So
Hilarious.
Hold up. 20 years
And
ago,
people, shout out to Nick.
New
Nick is
York,
actually like a fan of his.
New
He
York
listens
was
to
one of the
Who
top
listens to his
cities.
music?
In your
You
opinion, you
listen
say New York's on the way out. Who's on the way up?
I would. Well,
Because we got LA, Chicago. Those are established.
Atlanta.
The South,
100%.
bro.
Atlanta's established though.
the South, bro.
The South.
You got Houston,
Charlotte, the baby.
Charlotte. You got the South is up because Atlanta's already been like the mecca.
Yeah, Atlanta's.
Right,
Atlanta's
so now
hip-hop.
it's
The
gonna travel.
epicenter of hip hop.
But you know what I think?
Atlanta is
You know what I
hip-hop.
think could be next though?
Mm.
Somewhere from the Midwest, bro. I think Grand Rapids.
Dude, we're not.
I'm sauced up.
Hey,
If it's not,
Wait.
I would like to say.
If it's not
hang on,
Danger,
real
I
quick,
don't know
real
who
quick.
is
No, wait. I'm not done. Let me
Detroit
finish.
does have a good shot though.
Grand Rapids or Detroit?
I just don't
Chicago,
think
maybe.
Detroit.
No, Chicago
hey,
already had its air.
I
Listen,
think as much as
listen,
the
I'm
four
not
of us
done, I'm not
probably,
done.
I don't hang on. As much as the four of us probably love Detroit rap, it'll never touch the mainstream, bro.
Well,
That
here's-
shit-
have you not
it
heard
is
TJX6?
not easy to
Grizzly had a
digest.
It's
really
too good.
Hey,
It's
T
too good. It's too
That's
good.
so true.
T-Rex.
T
You never gonna
Grizzly-
hear Sada Baby
Shut
on the
up.
radio, bro.
T Grizzly had
Oh.
a really good album.
Listen.
Was it Scripture?
Yeah, but that's because he's
Sculptures?
trying to cater to the radio, though. Like,
Bro, he's
he doesn't
Come on,
sound
bro.
as much as Detroit as he did. When
I'm
he
telling
first
you
came
guys.
out.
That is
saying
actually
he's from
facts. He's been
Detroit.
singing on songs.
You gotta do what
and I'm
you
not
gotta
hating
do.
because it sounds great.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
But he
T-
had a great album.
It's all about right.
I think somewhere out of that area is next, personally.
Well, Chicago been.
Yeah, but you can't count
Chicago is the third largest city in America. They've had an imprint.
Yeah.
It's just they sustained it.
But I'm just trying to think like where though,
That's all I see because, like,
because
I don't-
I can't think of any city besides
Oh.
Chicago.
Seattle.
Who's from Seattle right now? Do you know?
Isn't Jed from Seattle? Or no? JID?
No, he's from Atlanta, isn't he?
I have no clue.
I feel like he's from Atlanta.
Man, Seattle. The only songs they're making in Seattle is.
No, this is
Love
Willow
songs.
White Girl that can rap.
St. Louis got a lot of battle rappers. And they ain't got no song makers.
Listen, how's everybody doing
Shout
here?
out Hitman
today?
Holla.
I mean,
On a serious
who do you
note.
think right now? As
No,
far
he's from
as,
Atlanta, bro.
As far as on the music tip, hip hop, You know, like I know Tory Lanez just dropped that album.
Well, that's actually
all
fire, bro.
It's all
It's
covers with
Yeah.
the guy that actually he's covering on the song, which I
Yeah.
think is the ultimate cheat code.
That's
But
how you do it.
I think like as far as respect goes, that's how you gotta do it, bro.
That's what Lil
It's
Wayne
like, yo,
did.
I love your song so much, I want you on the remix with me. You know what I mean? Although he didn't get Meek on the remix, man.
Yeah, it was tough to get some people doing an album like that, but
The song with T-Pain, that's certified.
I think Meek got
That's just
the one with the
scared of Drake.
Dream, the Love Your
Hey.
Girl remix.
Hey, but on a serious note,
Are you gonna say how's everybody doing?
how's everybody doing here today? I really want to know, man. You guys gotta
Good,
tell me.
I'm
Jimmy
good.
is sauced up right now,
I'm
yo.
good.
Good, man.
All right, I have a question to ask.
Are we talking, is it music or no?
Can we
No.
get into some
Okay.
Q&A? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
here?
I have a Q&A for you guys.
Is that a thing?
How do you guys feel about relationships?
Ooh.
I'll go last, but I'll go last.
Who wants to go
As
first?
someone who's in one, I feel like I should go last.
I'm not in one
I'm
right
put
now.
it this way.
Thoughts about it?
As a dude that literally, you know, was wilding for a while and just recently started seeing somebody,
Congrats.
I can truly say I think it's all about being equally yoked. And I
Come on, bro. You sound like you just been woke. Come on now.
well, and I actually do, bro, because I'm gonna keep it one. I'm gonna put this out there. Before this, I've never not dated a girl and didn't cheat.
Interesting.
So like I've been like
I think I'm at that level.
I
Entered
respect
the
you as a
waters.
man for saying that publicly.
You know what I'm saying?
know?
Yeah. No, like I
Respect
can
that
gladly say that, and I can
People
truly
watching this right now, I
say
can't say
my
nothing.
last relationship at the end of it was so frustrating because we would kick it again, and it. I mean, you could watch an interview. If a girl would be on there talking about, you know, some cheating stuff, trigger something. So it was like y'all vibing everything, but because of what you did in your past, you can't make it to where you need to be. I will never go through that again. It was so frustrating. I just never want that feeling again, bro. So I just constantly try to ask, how do you actually currently feel? I don't want to get played. I don't want to play you. And you know, that's how I feel about relationships.
It's
you know
all
what I mean?
about over communication. I'll go next, I guess,
Facts.
as somebody who was in a relationship a little bit ago that I thought I was gonna be in forever, and now I'm not in one. I see now clearly, you know, love at a young age could make somebody blind, and this is just my personal opinion. I don't think anybody should get married until they're truly ready, and I don't think you can be truly ready until your brain's fully developed. And I don't think your brain's fully developed until you're the age of 25 years old. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be in a relationship before that, but marriage, I think you really got to know what you're doing, because to be with somebody forever is tough stuff. You really got to know yourself, and you got to be good with yourself before you can be good with someone else, and that person has to be good with themselves too, because like it's really like most people that I know are scared shitless to spend 30 minutes by themselves alone with their thoughts. They'll do whatever it takes to get distracted so they don't have to go through that, because once you do that, you sink. And what happens when you sink, you find the universe, and the universe will bring you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I think you really got to spend a lot of time alone.
Sauced up, but
Dude, you really got to spend a lot of time alone and get to know yourself before you can have the universal awareness to get to know someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what people tell you is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. I think there's...
They might not even know who they is.
It gets
so.
deep, man.
Yeah.
Like I could get super deep with it. Like the numbers are insane. Like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go there right now. You know what I'm saying? But like,
let it out, bro.
to me, bro, my palms are getting sweaty. Like 98% of the world, like it's the number of people that could be in a relationship at any given time is 2%. The other 98% are controlled by the devil. Now those numbers don't change, just the faces. You
Expand
know?
on that. Expand on
Okay,
that.
so
I don't know
like,
what that means.
so it gets deep, man. It's just some stuff I learned from the stuff I read about. You know what I'm saying? I read these
Sauced up
books,
right
but
now.
like,
Hold on.
so it makes sense to me. Like, there's obviously positive and negative forces. You know what I'm saying? We have a God and there's a devil that works constantly. You know what I'm saying? You have to, at any given time, there's 2% of people that are controlled by the devil. I mean, by God, and 98% that are controlled by the devil. Now, that's just what it takes for the world to keep spinning. That's what keeps the sun in place. That's what keeps us all alive. You can't change the numbers. It's just the faces that change. And to choose the side of God, you have to choose it constantly, all the time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you choose the side of God, that's when you can get in a relationship and really be with somebody. You got to pray with them and get spiritual. Once you get spiritual with somebody, then you can be together forever. But until you get spiritual with someone, it's only going to last so long before it's just love.
Here's the thing. Like, what if you're not spiritual? So atheists can't.
The atheist is the most spiritual as it gets, because to believe there's no God, bro, is you have to be so spiritual that you're above everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Interesting.
I like the take. I just don't think
I don't
atheists
know what
can
none
go
of
with
those
that.
numbers meant, but that last part I agree with.
No, yeah, you know, it's
About the spiritual part, yeah.
yeah. I could show you where I got the numbers from, and then you might understand my
No,
perspective.
it's not necessarily the numbers. I just don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to elaborate on
I'm
it.
too sauced to have that type.
I'd
of
have to
discussion.
elaborate on
sauced
it.
right
It's
now.
like
So you want
positive forces are so powerful, and negative forces are not. It takes 98% negative and 2% positive to keep the rotation of the Earth spinning on the axis that it's spinning.
I see what you're saying.
To keep the sun where
I
it
get your
is.
point.
To keep the sun where it is, so that we're all alive. It's just the
talking
way
about like
it
some
is.
universal law.
Yeah,
type
we
shit.
cannot change that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
You want to go or do you want me to go? You can go.
You want to go first?
No, you go.
I'll go last, 'cause
We'll go this way.
I'm actually in a relationship,
We'll
so
go
I
this
feel like I
way.
should go last.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I like a lot of stuff that Dzevad said. So I don't think about relationships, especially with your counterpart. I think about partnerships. So for me, it's like when we start making bets about life, right? Life is long but short. When you're picking a partner, I really think, and I agree, that you have to know yourself. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what you like and what you don't like. Don't worry about the how.
KT.
Right? The how will figure itself out. But like there's so many people, and I think especially from the Midwest, there's a lot of pressure in society and culture where like you get married at a young age. I'm not against that. I'm not saying that at 21 you cannot know who the love of your life is and who you want to marry. Right? But people do change and people do grow and expand. I think you should really think very, very hard, especially if you're driven or motivated by something bigger than yourself, that you should really think about like, am I ready to have a relationship? Am I ready to be in a relationship? Or a deeper question is like, can I be a partner with this person on life? Because when you work hard, you share life with somebody. We're human beings.
Yeah.
Right? I do think the narrative would probably change about whether you stay with one person or not the whole rest of your life. I don't know about that, how that works. But like, for me at least. But like, for moments of time, chapters of your life, you have to seriously ask yourself, like, am I ready for a partner? Do I have the time, the bandwidth, the mindset to share something with somebody? Do I have anything to share? I see a lot of people in relationships today that don't got none. And I'm not talking about material. I'm talking about stuff within you.
What you
right?
bring to the
People
table.
looking for love and other people that don't got it, trying to invest so much things that they don't have. Like, I always ask young people, where are you going? If you don't know, the last thing you should do in my part,
You're already there.
right?
You don't know.
The last thing you should be in a relationship.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know where you're going, you're already there. You're
Like you
going
don't know. You're not sure about anything. You're reacting to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people that I've run into in life don't set life or live life with an intention.
Exactly.
That's
what Vezde Ever's all about.
They live life in a reactive sense.
Yeah.
Which means you can only be a victim always.
Yeah. You're
It's always
living life outward instead of inward.
You're living a life that someone can only do something to you. You can never do something to somebody. And not saying in a negative sense, but also in a positive sense. If you don't believe you have a power or something that's bigger than yourself, and it's deeper than relationships. I know I'm getting deep, guys, but I really do believe this.
It takes
like,
a deep conversation.
so when I talk to, I'm into women. I don't care what you guys. I mean, I think we're all into women here. But like, if you're listening, you're into the same sex. It's not a man and woman thing or woman. It's a relationship thing. It's a partnership. It's a human thing.
It's about knowing yourself.
It's about knowing yourself. It knows what you bring to the table. It knows what do you need as a partner. Like, what do you need from somebody?
Yeah.
And you should be chasing in your singlehood, not multiple relationships, not hookups. You're chasing figuring yourself out.
Yeah.
Like, do you like your house clean every single day? Yes or no? Do you like peanut butter jelly sandwiches? Yes or no? I know it's super small stuff, but like that's what like helps you. I feel like in a relationship, leading into a partnership.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be a billionaire or a regular person, it does not matter. It's like, am I gonna divide and share this life with somebody? Yes or no? And I think we're all rushing because of social media and a lot of things that like we have fake scorecards. Right? We should really take some time. Like, what are your core values? What do you believe in at a core?
Yeah.
And then build your relationship off that. Because then you can share that. Like, we came together as partners, and we're like, yo, this is our foundation for our relationship. Like, we see fake relationships. People break up, divorce. Like, not saying you can't go through that, but I don't think it's worth the time, the money, the energy to love somebody, have kids, build a life, and then get a divorce. Because you decided that you actually don't like this.
Yeah, can I say something else too before you go? Sam,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
left this out. This is something I've been thinking about recently, and it's so crazy that myself, and I have been thinking about this. But I read
Jimmy sauced
something.
up.
I read something, bro. I read something, and it made the most sense to me. I've been really on this God tip lately, and God said,
Shout out to God.
"Thou shalt not
shouts.
have sex before marriage." And I don't think he said that for no reason. I think, listen, even if it's not no
should say
sex
that.
before marriage, I think you and your life partner, which is I think a good way to put it, should go through a
We
period
ain't deep
of
right now. We sauced up.
should go through a period of time
Where it's not physical. I
where
agree.
they don't go through where they don't have sex, because if you take out sex in a lot of relationships today,
They don't
you
last.
have no relationship. You know what I'm saying? None at all. And I
100%.
think that's when you truly get to know if you're gonna be with somebody forever. Is if you take the sex out, can you still be with that person?
Yeah.
And I think for 98%, it's gonna be no.
And how many relationships are built off getting sauced up and then having sex, and that's your
It's
relationship?
lust. You know, that's not true.
How many relationships are built off
Go
that?
to the club.
Bro, I see someone
dance
do-
a little bit.
I see a lot of my friends are in relationships. They have to get lit together.
And it's so tough. It's so
It's true.
tough.
It's
It's
so
so tough.
true.
It's
I know.
so tough.
And like being a kid, I'm like, nah, I'm out here. But like, growing up now, I really do like when I really try to make friendships
yeah, like if I
with girls.
if
Cause like,
I-
yo, if I can't be your friend and like be quiet in the car with you, like if I don't find you funny, cause we're not gonna have sex 24/7.
yeah, dude,
You know what I'm saying?
imagine-
Like, if I don't feel you can raise my kids,
Yeah.
Vince.
if I don't feel I can help you raise my kids, if I don't believe that you can help me grow, I don't believe I can help. Like, why we should not even be more than a 2-week thing, yo.
Vince,
Big man talk.
Vince, 2-week thing. What do you think about
Vince.
What do you think about the girl who lets you hit on the first night?
I think we should not have that.
Well, that's
discussion
deep.
on here. That's probably not a good idea. Anyway,
I think very fond of her. Thank you.
That's
Yo, it's
tough.
2019. We do what we
Alright,
want.
alright.
Shout out to the girl that let you
Yeah.
go first. Now you're well
Alright.
appreciated, baby.
Yeah,
So-
that's tough though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What the guy?
Yeah.
Well, flip it, bro.
you know
Real
what
quick,
I'm
we're not
saying?
getting
It's
too deep
tough.
into Sam. I know you're scared about. We're not getting too deep in. But what about the guy who also curates the situation?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like,
It's a double-edged sword, baby. bro.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Thank
Like
you.
the dude that pressures or wants a girl to, and then decides to judge her.
It's not all on the woman.
It's like whoa,
Yeah.
bro! You said the right things at the right moment, at the right time, baby boy. Like you also are the
And
serpent.
you also were with it on the first
first
night.
night.
So
So,
you're,
yeah.
if
It's easy
anything,
to
you're
blame-
at least just as basic.
like,
if you
think
they're
about
basic.
Adam and Eve, you're the serpent,
Right.
and then you're mad at Eve for eating the apple, but you made her eat the apple. That's not fair.
Some real
That's
shit.
definitely not fair.
Some real shit.
That's it.
That's definitely not fair. Now there is a joke that I should not say on here. I'm not gonna say that me and a couple of my friends joke about the Bible and how kind of misogynistic it is, because we're saying like how like a lot of times in the Bible it teaches you as a man not to trust a female, right? From Adam to Samson,
Yeah, my heart
women
is-
get you in so much trouble in the Bible.
Listen,
I'm like,
you know
whoever
why?
wrote the Bible
Hey.
low key was hating on women,
You
bro.
was sick.
You know,
That's why
you know,
I
you know
Think
what
about
though?
it.
You know what
From
though?
the first story you tell the Bible
Hey.
is that Adam got finessed by
We
Eve.
got two rules around here. We don't talk politics. We don't,
We don't
talk
talk religion.
religion.
Sorry, you guys got
Hey,
mad. I'm just saying we
hey,
saw stuff on this
listen.
episode.
Come on now.
It's facts though.
Bro, it's not
Last
funny
time
though.
we got
we
sauce,
crossed
we
the
talk
line.
politics.
We crossed
Bro, isn't that funny though?
No, I mean,
The
a lot
first,
of- a lot
like,
of
think about
truth
writing the
there, bro.
Bible. The first story you put in there after he builds, like, yo, by the way,
Yeah, but then at the same
Adam
time,
was chilling by himself.
But-
he needed a partner, and he got finessed by a girl.
Hey.
That's how we're
Hey,
gonna start it.
listen.
That's how we're
I
gonna
will
start the
say,
whole story. We're gonna blame women
Hey,
for everything.
I will say,
Women
took a bite too, though.
Come on, bro.
real quick, I will say, there's a lot of things in this world that I will not do. By myself, I will not do it. But if the right girl asks me, hey, will you do this thing that you will not do? Hell yeah, I'll do it.
You're really talking about anal on the podcast. Anyway,
Yo, do you see that meme I sent you about like a girl with good pum pum whatever, and then he was like, she started making you list. And you go, first of all, what do you want me to get first? It's just like, yo, once you run into that, like, you gotta control. Yo, wars have been started over women.
mm-hmm.
Push it over there right now.
Shout out to the movie Troy featuring Brad Pitt.
Come on,
Great movie.
I think,
Great movie.
and I really do
Based
believe
on a true
this.
story, I think.
This is not that deep, but like, I think a man's whole purpose in life, and how you look at a man's actions, is to curate and create, and like for women. You disagree with that?
We're
Say it
drinking
again,
on this
say it again, say it
podcast, man. We getting lit.
I think if you look at it,
Ain't that some rock, bro?
if you look at the like a pure motivation for a man, a lot of it is driven by women.
I think.
Like as a man, we think about getting the bag for what? Why you want to get the bag? Why you want to be? Why you want to be?
For the
why you
girl,
wanna-
for sure.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
Yeah.
Personally,
You
I
wanna-
disagree.
I'll
You
let you take that one.
Yeah. So like for me, like my motivation, at least, and I can only speak.
No, I'm not
for-
thinking about my motivation. I'm just saying when I see it in other people.
I mean,
I'm selfish.
are you talking
I
about?
just shit for my fucking
Are you
self.
talking about like stereotypically?
No, but selflessness.
Then yeah. But like I can only speak for myself at this moment. Like my motivation is to set up myself and my family. You know, like.
But okay, now you said my family.
Whether there's a wife, like
So my family meaning your parents,
kids.
or my family with your
my
family yourself
family
with your
meaning
girlfriend.
my parents, my two brothers, my sister, and my family, which means like my wife and my kids.
See what I'm saying right there.
Yeah, but that like
ding 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 ding.
to me, when you say that like women inherently motivate you, that means like
No, they 100%.
I want to be viewed as attractive to women, and that's not my motivation.
No, not like that. You said my family.
Yeah, like my
Yeah, meaning your mom and dad, your brothers and sisters, but you had to also tie in the family you're gonna create.
Yeah,
with
of
a-
course.
No, you.
It's in you as a man from
But, like-
the beginning of time, whether you
but-
believe in Christian
but-
beliefs or
So
caveman
so
beliefs.
here's the thing: if like
as soon as a man finds a mate, what does he do? He then begins to provide
Yeah.
and curate
but
for the woman.
so
Not saying it's a bad thing, by the
Hang
way.
on. Let's say that like wife gets out of the picture, I'm still gonna be motivated to provide for my family, regardless
Listen.
if the wife is there or not. You get what I'm saying? Like the minute I have offspring, then my goal is to provide for. I mean, even now,
But
like,
the minute you have
I don't
offspring,
kids.
everything
The
you're
more-
saying is coming.
The more you're thinking about your family, the
Yes and
more
no, yes
money
and
you're
no.
going to be producing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that natural instinct in you. You don't want your wife to have or your
Listen,
kids.
someone who takes care of his family, bro, that shit's a lot of work.
You know, it's a lot of work. At the
It's no
same time,
joke.
you want to raise your kids the right way and not give them everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to make them at least have some self-discipline.
Yeah, my kid's gonna have some bumps and bruises.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Sure.
it's
I'm
tough,
pushing 'em off the
especially for
bike.
the kids that are our age, that are, you know, that have. Imagine like the 18 to like even our age. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that are from here have never seen a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up on Easy Street, was what I call it.
You know what I'm saying? Like imagine when life really hits them. You know what I'm saying? What are they gonna do at 25 when they never experienced
They'll
it?
jump off a bridge, bro. Probably. Then cry.
Rest in peace.
Go on social media. Be on
No, it's not
Snapchat.
even those people that commit suicide. It's the people that commit suicide are the ones that have all the money, bro. I'm telling you, the people that don't have anything.
No, I'm
going
talking
for
about people
them-
when it starts getting hard, bro. People who grew up on Easy Street.
Yeah,
Don't know what
it's-
it's like out here, bro.
Yeah, they really don't.
There's two Americas. There's two of everything. Let's put that out there.
Yeah, but on
I'm
another
sauced
note,
up if you guys cannot tell.
on another
Yeah,
note,
we
man.
saucy, bro.
On another note,
What do
man.
we got
How's
to drink left?
how's everybody doing here tonight?
I don't want to drink vodka. Do we have anything besides
Bro,
vodka?
I think we only have
We're all
vodka.
drinking vodka, bro.
All right,
Me
bro.
and Josh already.
Pass
We're
me
I
getting.
got wine.
It's
I'm
episode
good.
26
Bro,
of the
I drink
Takeaway
Cheetos. I don't drink that
Podcast.
Ciroc shit, bro.
What you mixing with the tea?
I can't believe
Some
I'm drinking
Sprite?
vodka.
Is it
To
good?
be real
Yeah.
with you, bro.
Bro, it's good though.
Yeah, I got my
I'll be
Sprite.
honest with you.
Let me do that.
But like
No,
I
we get
said,
some
it's episode
Ciroc. Oh, you want
26 of
Tito's,
the
right?
Takeaway
Yeah,
Podcast. We get lit.
I'm sauced up, and you can
Yeah.
see it.
Right.
Next topic.
I had one more topic.
What is it?
Did
Can
you
we?
ever answer the question though?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you never spoke.
Ah,
You
dude.
can't get at him, bro.
She was waiting for my answer. You
No,
heard that
what
shit?
it?
Get at him, bro.
So I think a lot of what you said, Vince. I mean, me and you are the same personality types. So the way I approach a relationship, and damn, bro,
It's all you, G.
You got that, bro. Big boy.
Hey, I'm not driving though. I live here.
Hey, I'm driving. Don't tell nobody. Don't
No,
drink
but
and
you
drive. I'm
stop
professional.
Sitting
snitching.
here too, bro. Damn.
We're
I'm a
Ubering
professional.
home. We're gonna Uber you home.
I'm a professional.
All right, so my
See,
turn.
people like you, bro.
My turn. My turn.
When you turn 25?
In a couple years.
Okay, that's when your brain fully develops. You just said it. Logic with logic, baby boy. Let's
All
go.
right. So- A lot of the ways that I approach a relationship, granted, this is not the way that I initially approached a relationship. This is over time. The way that I approach a relationship is the way I approach business. Whereas if I'm gonna invite someone into my business, I want to make sure they are the right fit for me, and that means my negatives are outweighed by your positives, or my positives outweigh your negatives. I don't believe in perfect matches. I don't believe in like. I believe in perfect opposites. I don't believe in perfect matches. I don't think you'll ever find someone that's exactly who you are and it never causes a problem. But I believe that the best relationships are formed when you find someone who's so much like similar but different at the same time that you guys complement each other so well that it works beautifully. So like for me, for example, I have a hard time with the small details because I'm so big picture. So like for me, like the best partner is someone who helps me remember to clean my room, remember to fucking do the laundry, like stuff like that. So that's the type of partner that I need, right? So that's the kind of the way I approach it, is that like I'm not looking for someone to stay at home and hang out with the kids. I'm looking for someone that, hey, this is my goal and this is what I'm trying to do, and if you're trying to help me get to that point, like we can work together.
Where are you going, baby girl?
You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I approach relationships, and that's the way, like, when people come to me, granted this doesn't happen very often, when people come to me for relationship advice, that's what I tell them, is that like, don't look for someone that you can see hanging out at home and trophy wife or trophy husband. Like that's
we
not
gotta
gonna
beat that mentality, by the way.
that's not gonna work out for you. You need to find someone that's like, yo, they're at battle with me on my right. Like every time I go to war, you're there with me. I don't want you on the sidelines watching me. I want you there with me on the front lines.
I just want an independent girl that feels like she needs me. You feel
We
me?
gotta really put
self-awareness.
Like honestly, what you just said, bro. Yeah.
We gotta really put
We
gotta really put self-awareness on a pedestal and make sure that people are spending enough time with themselves, especially these girls, because you know what I'm saying.
We all need
Listen,
to.
I think women are the
Alone time
best.
is so crucial,
I think women are the
bro.
best creatures on the earth. Women build amazing
I don't know,
things.
bro. You ever seen a penguin?
Feminine energy is beautiful.
Listen, like, shout out to all the women out there for a big time. And I'm not just saying it because it sounds good. I'm actually a fan. I had a strong mother
Yeah,
growing
that's what I'm
up.
saying. Moms rule the
And,
same
like,
as
I
well.
saw a
Same as well.
mom. And my dad was in my life. My dad's every day, right? Not just him, my dad.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops. Pops is the GOAT. He's a legend. He taught me how to be a man. But my mom taught me how to be like, my mom put so much energy in making sure of the man I am today. I gave, like, she built me.
Mom's love is
So,
not
Women build
let me
men.
tie
Women
in.
build
They do,
themselves.
100%.
They build a lot of shit, and
Let-
they
let me
never
tie
get
in.
credit for it.
Let me tie in what I was saying. So like, same token, I had a strong mother, strong support system, and that kind of subconsciously told me. My mom never sat me down and taught me this, but like, if you have the trophy wife, trophy husband, they're not gonna teach your kid as you want them, right? Like you want someone who's tough, got the little jagged edge on them, so that they can teach your kid
Got a
like
little struggle on them.
You
a
really
little
want
struggle. Like
an
you want someone with a
OG.
realistic point of view.
Yeah.
Because that's who's going to be raising your kid. Like, you are raising them together. There's no, like, my mama raised me, my dad raised me. No, like, if you two, like, all God willing, are together for the rest of your life, you're going to be raising your kids together, and you want someone who's, like, foundationally the same as you, right?
A partner. You
It's
build a
crazy.
life together.
A business
No,
partner.
saying all the stuff that we're
Relationships
saying
are
about
business.
relationships, though, it's so crazy how many people cheat.
It's true.
We're having that discussion. Let's
I'm
do
just
it.
saying.
So why do people cheat? The second topic.
People cheat because we are humans, and we are never satisfied. That is
You
the
think
final
so?
answer. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
don't.
that's true because if
The hardest thing
You
for a
said
human to
never
do is
satisfied
be
in what?
satisfied.
that's true because also humans are the only life forms that don't exceed to their max of their full potential. But like if you're not satisfied, you could always get a better relationship with your current partner. It just takes a certain level of
I think people cheat.
self-awareness.
Well, I don't think the attractiveness to other people ever goes away. That's the real thing. Just because you're married or have a
As much as
relationship,
you bury it, yeah.
does that
always
mean you're
there.
not attracted to other people?
Right.
No, you can.
You just
can-
choose. You just choose that person every single day over the masses.
Yeah.
People cheat, especially in times like these. But something that they always have is because it's the whole "have your cake and eat it too" mentality.
Yeah.
People cheat because the relationship they got into 10 years ago is not the same relationship today.
Because they got into
People
one
cheat-
because they got in a relationship too young, and the
Well,
person
there's-
that peaked in high school is not the same person.
Exactly.
At
There's a
31 as they are at
million
21.
things, but I do
Shots
think
fired.
as humans, and we think ourselves as mammals, and then we think ourselves as animals, right? Animals, a lot of them have multiple partners throughout their lifetime.
No, and it's natural
So
for a guy.
So what you're saying?
humans developed a one relationship system.
Yeah.
Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. Maybe it was right for the times that we've carried us
Religion
to
did
now.
that, but
Maybe
nature,
it needs to shift. I don't know.
This will never win, bro.
nature.
That'll
Nature
never
versus
win.
nurture, right? Like it's just like what is the right? I think it was right for you.
Are you polyamorous?
Me? I'm down for whatever. Dude. You feel me? Hey,
You know what polyamorous?
I'm down for
yeah,
whatever.
like have multiple relationships with multiple women at the same time, right?
Yeah, but you all like
Together.
know each other.
Like
Know
yeah,
each
like
other.
you all know each other though. You can't just like
Yeah, no, it's not like
know,
You're
yeah,
not OG slick Bobby Johnson.
yeah,
You're-
no. Like, ladies don't think I am that guy. I don't get any women at all. I work too much. I don't have. I have
you
zero
no
game.
time.
Can't
You have no
can
time.
confirm. Does not get any women.
I get zero women. But if I did,
Hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically speaking,
how's everybody doing?
I'm single. Hit me up in the DMs. You listen to this. No, but I don't know where it's gonna go. When you talk about partnerships, you can have multiple. I don't know. You think about your life. What is best for you always is the question.
Hey, but how's everybody doing in here tonight?
This is not.
Straight vodka?
Yeah.
This is not the best for me. No, there's Sprite in it.
No, mine's straight. We're
My
getting
bad,
drunk
G.
over
I didn't
here.
mean
This
to-
section.
Jesus.
I was pouring. I was like,
drunk. I
yo.
hope you're drunk. We out here getting
Yeah, I'm lit.
lit.
I think.
We got a Q&A. Can we get a
I got some more
Q&A section
topics.
going at this Takeaway podcast?
We got to give a little shout out to West Michigan's own kind of Celebration Cinema is about to take over the movie game. So they announced a membership plan. It's $20 a month for 3 movies a week.
Hold on.
And it includes IMAX and 3D.
Hold on. Before you say anybody says anything else, this membership has been in full effect at all AMC movie theaters, and I've been
we understand, but we supporting West Michigan right now.
All right.
So, Celebration Cinema, like I said, it's true though. You're right, and it's been around for a little while. Movie Pass has been around.
AMC been had it.
$20 a month for 3 movies a week,
Yep.
and it includes IMAX and 3D.
Yep,
Which
solid.
I don't think AMC is that AMC.
No,
I don't
it
think
is.
AMC has the IMAX part of it.
Either way, it's.
I think
worth
it's just
it.
regular movies.
Either way, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
So we're talking about one movie
I got
is like
time, bro.
$13. So if you see 2 movies a month, $20 a month is worth it.
You're eating.
And I know from I see at least
just a good
one
pla-
movie a month.
I don't even
Really?
go. I don't
At
even go for the
least.
nap. It's
I
just a
never
good
go.
place to take a nap.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've been to the movies. Bro.
Really?
I can't
Oh,
remember
I
last
love
time
the
I
movies.
went.
Maybe when Black
bro.
Panther came out was the last time I went to the movies.
I love
Man,
the
It's a
movies.
good place to take the nap, man. The AMC movie theater, they got the reclining seats. Y'all know about those?
Yeah, I
of
do know
course,
about
of course. The Celebration
Conference
downtown
Park?
has the
I don't make it
Studio
past 30
Park.
minutes.
Have you been
Studio
there?
Park's
Yo,
nice,
shout out to
bro.
JD. Listen to this boy. You did the
Shout
damn
out
thing,
JD,
G.
yeah. So yeah, I just think like, the movie theaters are next. I think it's only a matter of time before everything we pay for is on membership, and we don't pay for nothing straight up.
Yo, I shout out to Celebration Cinema for doing
that's
that
money, bro. That's
because
where the money's at.
with OTT and like Netflix and all these.
Because they're gonna get somebody like me who doesn't spend $20 a month there. Because I usually don't go to the movies. I'll do it for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
the same thing the Zone did with Logan Paul in that fight. Like, that's the way to go now. You know
Can someone explain to me how DAZN is pronounced DAZN?
It's just their
That shit
little
don't make no
acronym.
sense.
It's their acronym.
Yeah, but how is
It's their first-
DAZN an acronym for DAZN?
It's just what they. It's what they. I don't know. bro.
Okay,
It's like the
alright.
same. Why is a banana yellow? I don't know. It just is.
Fair enough.
That's deep.
Touche, yo. Touche. I ain't got no rebuttal for that
Can
one.
we?
Yeah,
can
I
we?
mean-
Can we
Shit.
switch it up? Can we please go to a Q&A? If you don't have
Okay,
any
what's up?
questions for
I have a
me,
fun question.
Okay,
What's
what's the
up?
question?
What's up?
Okay, so you got a button in front of you. You press it, a person dies, but you get $1 million. Do you press it? It's a person you don't know. You don't know. The person,
Swear to
they're gonna
God.
die, but you get $1 million if you press it.
What is
Rapid
this?
fire on that bitch.
All right, actually, let's go in
I
order.
would like-
You pressing the button?
People die every day, B.
Hey,
It
swear to
depends.
God. Swear
no,
to God.
it really depends on the moment in time. Because, like I said, 2% of people at any given time are controlled by God, and 98% of people
Bring
at
it
any
right
point
back.
in
He's
time.
straight.
Listen,
That was a good
listen,
full circle.
listen,
That was
listen. 98% of people at any given time are controlled by the devil. So it really depends on the moment of day that you catch me at. Because, like, it's really tough to stick on God's side. But if I'm, a lot of times I do be trying to. So sometimes if you catch me in the right moment, I will
Hey.
pass that fucking button and I will let the person live. But I
So,
know most people would take the $1 million.
I'll answer the question non-joke. I wouldn't press the button, to be honest with you.
I'm tapping at least 5.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not, wait, every time you tap is $1 million?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you mean one time.
No, every time you
Motherfucker, I'm
press
talking
it,
shit 100 times. Give me 100 million. I don't care about nobody.
Give me 2
What if
buttons.
somebody
I'm
taps
sure,
it
I'm
and
sure
you're
if
done?
over 5 people die a day. What's the
Oh,
extra
bro, I'm
hiccup?
sure it's 100.
What's the extra
people
hiccup
die.
Bro,
going
listen,
Hey,
honestly,
all I'm saying is
at
give me
that
2
point,
buttons so I can hit
you're
them.
helping the
But
world.
like at the same time,
about
is
your
that
neck, neck.
are we ever gonna really get presented with that opportunity to find out how savage we are?
You don't know that.
What the fuck?
Yo, I have a lot of, no, we're not getting into that, never mind.
All right, anyway.
But if humans, I don't get into it.
You were about
If
to talk about the overpopulace?
Well,
I was about to talk about if humans didn't create society, like, have you thought about a lot of stuff like that?
What?
Like, imagine if you weren't around anybody ever. How
if
savage,
you were the only person, you'd be on
how
Earth.
savage would you be?
Oh, yeah. Like, you'd kill animals all the time. Is that what
If you were the only person on Earth, is that what you're talking about?
I'm just saying, if you just were
I think
really
about
isolated
that.
from a lot of people.
I
Think
think,
about like this, how you would live life and how savage you would be. The murder rate would be crazy.
I think about if
That'd be terrible.
I think we created society and culture to lower the murder rate. Because if we just ran into each other in like random circumstances, it'd be like, yo, is this person trying to kill me right now?
yeah.
Like the whole thing would be like, bro, you are me. I really believe that. I feel like human, it would just be like, I don't know you. I've never seen you in my life. Why are you in my space?
Yeah. Why should
I'm
I
taking
kill
this
you
as
and
a
rob you?
threat, not as a friend.
Oh yeah, like in a Flash environment where there was no authority, best believe you better hide your
In like
kids
an
and hide your
anarchy,
wife.
anarchy
That's a-
99.
Yo, I
We're
think
done-
about
we're
like
done now.
I think about like westerns, you know?
Old West.
Like if I was alive in those times, bro, I'd be
Think of-
committing robberies every day because there's no cameras. You put a bandana on, people don't know who
you put
you
on
are.
this
Right.
bandana the right way. You
Bro,
might
Red Dead Redemption is actually real life.
Yeah, that's a really good game too, bro. Like,
Yeah, it is.
No cameras, no
Okay.
nothing. It's like,
Hey.
do you really remember what he looks like? Come on.
Hey, who else has a fun question?
I do.
Hit me.
You want like a deep one?
You got
Yeah,
no-
go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Sure, go
But the
ahead.
deeper, the better.
Fire away.
Dzevad said earlier,
Yeah.
the humans are the only creatures, I don't know if this is true, that don't reach their full potential.
That don't
So
exceed.
what's stopping us from doing that?
I'll tell you right now. I know the exact answer. It's we've been given the dignity of choice, and we have to choose every single day to be the best that we can possibly be, and it's so tough because, like I
best day
said,
every day. Best
because
day
like
ever.
I said, 98% of the time it's you're not going with the you know what I'm saying. It's so tough, but we've been given the dignity of choice. Every other human being, every other life form has been given no dignity of choice. They have no choice. They have nothing. They have to do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they are. But we have the choice. We can throw our lives away, but if that's what makes us happy, that's what we do.
And I think to simplify that, like raise your hand or you don't raise your hand, but how many people believe that they're at their full potential right now? In
Nobody
this room.
ever gets there.
Who thinks they have more?
100%.
So that's why I don't disagree with you. I feel like humans,
It's
We're
facts,
just so
bro.
ambitious
I only
in
talk
nature.
about what I know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's real.
there is no cap to like what we can do.
Yeah, we're just ambitious. We're the most ambitious species.
We have forever
we
evolved.
might be the best we can be today, but no matter how good we are today, we can always get better tomorrow because with time, anything's possible.
Yeah, I really believe that.
We're either
there's-
growing or we're
there's no
dying.
cap.
It's just what work are you putting in?
There's no cap of your potential.
No cap.
Movement creates a movement. A lot of people just sit still. You know, a man has never
Bro, put
done.
these one-liners on shirts.
Listen,
bro.
a man has never
What are you
done
doing,
anything.
bro?
A man has never done anything great laying on his back. You know, you really got to get up and move.
That's facts, bro.
And that's why we're talking about obesity today.
Ooh, let's talk
But-
about.
No, I can't. My feelings are too strong towards obesity. I
Listen,
can't talk about it.
anyway,
I
how's
get too emotional.
How's everybody doing here today?
Hello.
Any other fun questions?
Let's talk about music. Who you guys listening to? New artists, new songs.
Yo,
Rod Wave,
Octavian?
Rod Wave.
Listen, I went back to that album. It
Oh,
low
I thought
key
you were gonna say I missed
slaps.
something. Okay.
It low key slaps. I was listening to that
The
album
project?
last night. I was sauced up and it was hitting.
Wow.
Yeah, Octavian's cold.
Octavian, he's from London. Bro.
I never heard of
He's
that.
I figured
London
him out,
rappers
bro.
are sick, bro.
Octavian is the London Travis Scott. When you put him in that line, he makes sense.
Okay.
And like, listen, I like his all. I love
Travis
his.
Scott though.
I love all his other music. I just didn't love his project. But when I put him in the Travis Scott but London version of it, I was like, "Yo, he is dope."
You've said that to me before.
Have you guys heard the Ghetto Gospel by Rod Wave? I've been listening
Yo,
to that.
Rod
Rod Wave's hot.
I've been
dope.
listening to that.
His
nonstop.
project top to bottom.
He
you know?
gets me going, but he inspires me. So like the same way the baby inspired me when he dropped his.
Are we all in agreement that the baby is Rookie of the Year?
Yeah,
This year?
100%.
Okay, you gotta give it to him,
We
bro.
all
After,
agree?
after that
He
music
just started
dropped,
rapping for real 2 years ago at Max.
Daydream, you look like you disagree, bro. You agree?
That head bopping shit is hot right now, bro.
Unfortunately, it depends on what type of music we talking about.
Who is your rookie of
You
the
have a
year?
different- Rookie?
Yeah, like away from my opinion of like, I'm taking away my personal opinion of like, hey, I like this song.
Yeah.
But obviously, Lil Nas X is a landslide. I mean, he
Oh,
has
no.
the
We're
longest
not-
number one
we're not doing
standing
none of
song in the
that.
history of music.
That's
Yeah.
TikTok,
It's
done.
bro. You gotta give all
Yeah,
credit.
There's no discussion.
Yeah, and that's a tough debate because you're talking about like with Lil Nas, you're talking about someone
Old
who
Town
has
Road,
2 or 3 songs
He's
Diamond
done,
Baby.
You done now.
versus
You're done now.
versus the baby who
You
probably
don't know.
has 10 plus songs. You know,
Yeah, you got more of a
so
catalog.
it's like they're both like on Rookie of the Year team. It's just it's
Yeah,
all about what you look at.
Well,
you
you
know?
really
Yeah.
hold on. I really want to ask you, bro. You really feel that way? You really think Lil Nas X is better than the baby? I just want to get this.
That's
straight.
not what he said.
Didn't say that.
That's not what he
Okay.
said.
I actually said I'm taking my opinion of I like a song out of it. So I'll put it this way: if I was a businessman, I definitely wish I invested in a Lil Nas X over the baby.
We're not talking about that, man. We're talking about
Interesting.
the
Really?
creative.
I feel about the opposite.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
Old Town Road is the longest standing number one #1 song in the history of music.
Yeah, but I look at it from a longevity
And the
standpoint. I
#1
think the baby's
streaming
gonna be
song.
here for a while.
Yeah,
I don't think
Lil
Lil
Nas
Nas
X.
will be here for that
But
long.
Old Town Road ain't going nowhere. Bro.
Old Town Road ain't
Yeah,
going.
no. But
10,
that's why
10
I
years
said
from
the
now,
artist.
10, 15 years from now, Old Town Road will still be
But that's why I
playing.
said the artist.
It's
I don't
been
think
over.
Lil
I
Nas
got
X
the
will be
horses
here
in
that
the
long.
bed.
Really? Okay, so like,
Yeah. Do you think he will be?
Do you guys think?
I guess I'll put it this way. I don't know if Lil Nas X will be here that long, and I don't want to say this because I'm an artist too, but I don't know how long the baby will be here.
Really?
He has one flow. It's the same flow every
That's
song.
a very interesting conversation.
That's interesting because he changes flows quite well.
I mean, we can play the songs right now.
Can we play that one song?
I
where,
actually,
you know
I
what I'm-
actually agree with him.
Yeah,
But he's got the head bop and stuff.
But
it's
the-
that's
But
what made him
see, that's
him.
the problem with Kirk, his album, is I think he tried to play with the flows too much, and I think a lot of those songs were flops, in my opinion. Like
Right.
the song with Nicki,
Yeah,
the
those
iPhone song.
Yeah, those. Yeah, no,
Don't
I
play that,
agree.
bro.
I agree, but it's like it's different.
Why are you
people.
even making a song with Nicki, bro?
That's radio play, bro. That's his goal.
No, Nicki's not the artist, bro. Sorry, she had her time.
The baby is
Get
a
Rihanna on
rap
track,
pop
baby
artist.
boy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
Yeah.
but I mean, if we're talking rookie of the
I get what you're
year-
saying, but at the same time, like T.I. made a career out of one flow. No offense, T.I. I got love for you, baby.
But that's different times.
And
bro.
like
Yeah, but like, there's no mean that we
I
can't
don't
do
know
that
if
again.
Ti had one flow, bro.
You disagree?
Ti, I can't say
he
that.
had
about
one flow. He
T.I.
just different topics, bro. Like
I don't know about. I
Hey.
can't say that about Ti.
Well,
Yeah,
I think he has one flow, different cadences. Don't you agree?
Maybe that's coming from a place where I feel like the baby is our generation's T.I., so that's why I say that.
Whoa, that's deep.
Whoa, dude! I'm
I
gonna
mean
be
it,
honest.
bro.
You gotta
I
put some
mean it.
respect on Ti name.
No,
Like, this
no,
is
no,
the king of
I-
the south.
hey,
like,
but
T.I. is
he's
one of the
putting a lot of
greats.
respect on the baby's name. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Obviously,
too soon. Hang on. T.I. is one of the greats. I'm just saying T.I. was a little bit before we were born. A little bit. And I think when we look back at our generation's southern ass flow rapper, I think we're going to look at the baby.
really?
We're not gonna let
Wow,
Boston
I
too?
think that's such. I think that's.
I
a
love
stretch.
his flow though. His
I ain't
head
getting
bop
bodied
and
by a
stuff
singer.
is really
Come on
good.
now.
Yeah, you well no, and I think that's kind of the flow that it is. Like like.
But he can at
the
times switch
bopping
it
stuff
up.
is his flow. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
And
I
that's-
needed some shit with
he's-
some
But the
bop.
Migos-
Exactly.
Shit,
That flow right there. That
I
song.
needed it.
That song is a perfect example. That is the same flow on every song.
You know
that
what's
will be
funny
popping.
too?
But the
Is-
Migos also did it.
Hang on. In that song, he
They
says,
still here.
when are you going to switch the flow?
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you
what I'm
never asked.
saying.
And then he keeps going with the same flow. I was like,
You
bro,
think he goes
why'd
with
you
the
say
same-
that?
I thought he switched up the flow. there.
No. He just adds more words.
All right, man.
It's
What
the
else
same
can we
flow.
talk about? How's everybody doing here today?
And I actually disagree. I think the Migos are extremely talented, and they actually have switched up continuously. Actually, they repackage their stuff and they do it very well.
I think Migos should take a 2-year break and come back.
Thank you. I was about to say that same thing. I think
But I get why they
Migos are at that
squeezing the
point.
fucking lemon, bro.
Migos-
Get the bag.
To me, Migos have been at this point for six months. It's like, yo, you guys are putting out too much music. Slow down. And I think
There's
that's why
no
we
such
haven't really
thing as
heard from
too
them in a
much.
while.
There's no such thing
We
as
haven't
too
really
much
heard from the
music.
Migos.
There's no
Yes,
such.
there is. Yes,
Listen,
there is.
Prince's best music came out after he died, man. You know, these people could die tomorrow, man. They should drop out everything they got in their catalog, make all the money they can make, and do whatever they
No,
can
there's-
do.
No,
there's
so on
definitely
the
a thing-
business side,
There's definitely a
I'm
thing
not
about
against it. Like
oversaturation.
putting points up. You gotta shoot
Listen,
the ball.
hold on.
Oversaturation
Hold
is
on.
a real
wait,
thing.
Wait,
But on the
wait. I
longevity
got
side-
you. I got you.
No,
Be
wait,
right
on
there.
the longevity
No,
side.
I got him.
Hang on.
I got him.
Go
beat.
ahead. Go ahead.
If Drake dropped a song every day for the next year, would you think it'd be oversaturated?
Eventually, yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
come on, bro.
Yes.
But like this is the thing.
If
Saturation
Drake
is
doesn't
a
drop a
real
song
thing.
every
that
time
good.
of year,
All right, go ahead, Vince. Go ahead.
bro. All right, on the money side, when you're hot,
I understand. Hey,
squeeze the fuck out of that lemon, bro.
Get it.
Get the bag, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're getting fans, you're doing
they're
live
doing
music,
commercials. And,
you're
You
getting
gotta
the
be
money.
versatile. in
On
it.
on the longevity tip,
right.
right? There's a very serious conversation if you're gonna take the Gucci Man route or you're gonna take the
That's
Drake
a perfect
route.
example.
Now, if you're super talented and you only drop hits like Drake,
But would you be mad if Drake dropped a hit every week?
no one will be mad if you drop the hit every week. Drake has not dropped a wax song, in my opinion.
You know
ever.
what I'm saying? He cannot
But-
get oversaturated.
But we're not
But-
about to compare Migos to Drake.
But
That's what I'm saying, though.
but
It depends
if
on the
Migos-
person. It all depends on the person.
if Migos take the Gucci Man
Nobody
route
likes. I
of
don't like
like,
listening to
yo,
Migos in the first
we're
place.
dropping as much music as possible because we only
which
need
they've
two-
done.
Yeah, which they've done.
Which is like because we only need 2 songs to go
Yeah.
to make the most money as possible. Because maybe
Everyone's got their tactics, you know. Like
they're not trying to be a rapper forever. Maybe like, yo, in 10 years, I'm gonna make $1 billion off this. I'm gonna stop.
Mm-hmm.
If that's their goal, then I understand why they're dropping so much music. I'm not against it because as a fan of the Migos, before they're hot, when I was in shit in high school, and people are like, I don't want to hear. I'm like, yo, this shit is hot, right? But I respect the come up I'm glad they actually got fans, and actually glad they're winning.
Yeah, I'm talking strictly about the
But
music.
you have to think about your longevity as a career. If they don't care about being rappers long term, okay, but they really do. I think they should be very careful about how much music they're dropping because you're a fan, right?
Yeah.
And your longevity matters. Now you got the talent like Drake, where all you drop is hits.
Listen,
This is where I will actually disagree with that. There is a such thing called legacy acts, and hip hop is a brand new genre, probably the newest genre,
yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
electronic
jazz,
dance
yeah.
music, which is hip hop essentially. So you look at it.
I'm down to have that discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
electronic dance music is hip hop.
Yeah.
That's
But,
great.
Let's be honest.
That's
The
But
dance
anyway,
moves are different
but
though.
let me
It's not
let me
hip-hop.
finish.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
but
this.
no,
hang on. Let him go.
So
Let
you
him
look
go.
at
Two
you look
different
at where
people.
hip hop is now. Now hip hop has come down probably
It's not
about
hip-hop.
30 years old, around that. So you look at it. It's now become the most popular genre. Rock has been the most popular
Hip-hop
genre
rules the
before.
world.
Hang on.
Country
Dzevad.
country has been the most popular genre before.
Yeah.
You're about to start seeing rap legacy acts.
Yeah.
So Coldplay, there is no scale of if they're hot or not. If Coldplay shows up in that genre, it sells out. Their legacy, it doesn't matter.
Like Drake, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Interesting.
like,
Legacy
so
act.
the new
Interesting.
legacy acts in hip hop coming
Yeah.
up, I think personally, no matter what, if you notice, Lil Wayne drops albums now, even though everyone says he's fall off. Look at his album every time it drops. It is number one by
Oh,
far,
listen.
to the
Greatest
point where
of
you
all
don't even
time.
discuss it anymore.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z, legacy act.
No matter what Jay-Z drops, we
Listen,
peep.
Yes,
Sam,
because-
who's your
Kanye.
favorite artist right now?
Right now?
Kanye,
Yeah.
legacy act. This man literally said he doesn't mess
favorite
with the
artist?
culture,
Let me
said
think.
I've completely turned my back on hip hop culture, yet everyone's still streaming the
Jesus
new
is
album,
King.
Jesus is King. And it's fire
Which
completely.
is hard. It's so good.
So
Surf.
you look at it now, with it
Sue
being the
Surf
most
from New
popular
Jersey.
genre now, that's why you got guys like DaBaby, Juice WRLD. These guys are blowing up at such fast rates now to where, like, man, a guy's out less than 2 years and we got a guy saying he's the face of Southern rap. It's because
That's-
it's the most, you're seeing rap be pop. It is pop. We
It's
have no
hip
choice.
hop.
It
Hip
is.
hop.
Every 5-year-old white kid now is playing hip hop.
Every
in America.
14-year-old white
You know what I'm
girl.
saying?
It's crossed that boundary.
Hip hop is running the world. I just asked Sam though what his favorite artist was right now, and he said
Sue Surf.
Sue Surf. So
From
let me
New
ask you
Jersey.
this question this way. Take it as it is. If Sue Surf, your favorite artist, dropped a song every Friday for the next 52 Fridays, would you think that he's oversaturating the market?
Yes.
Absolutely. Sue
Yes.
Surf would absolutely, because the
Yes.
type of setup he's in, he's a
Yes.
battle rapper.
Listen, I
honestly,
don't even know this guy.
I'm glad.
Sue
Hey,
Surf.
I'm happy that you know him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Respect to you, bro. Respect.
But what about somebody like
What-
Drake or Russ? You
But
really
you're
But
talking-
Drake,
there's
like Drake and
levels to
Russ,
this
in my
shit, bro.
opinion,
Okay, so he's how
are
is he your
rap
favorite then?
artists, not rappers. I know that's like playing with words too much.
I
There's
like
a-
that.
yeah, there's a
But
difference
like-
between an artist and a
like,
rapper.
if you're a true rapper, like Sue Surf, or like any well, not Jay-Z,
But
but
what
he's
is
more
a true
artist.
rapper?
But
Can we
like
discuss
True
that?
bars.
A rapper
Bars.
is I only care
You
about
tell
bars.
stories and you have
So
bars.
can
I
we
don't
give me
care about the
examples?
hook.
Give me examples.
All right,
Davies,
Sue
Sue
Surf.
Surf.
Sue Surf.
Not really Davies.
No.
I mean, he's hot, but like
What
Davies
about
has
Lil
to-
Wayne?
Nas?
No,
Lil Wayne's not.
he's an artist, bro.
Are you
Wayne's
serious? He
definitely
goes
an
off the
artist.
top.
He dropped a rock album.
He goes off
Artist
the
He's
first.
not limited by rap music.
He goes off the top.
And we can tell.
Bro, Jada Kiss is not dropping a rock album.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
We're
the name I was
discussing
looking for.
spitters.
like rappers.
Jada
But hold
Yeah.
on,
What
you
I
guys,
do is rap.
You guys don't think Lil Wayne is a spitter?
No, he
No, he
is.
is.
But
He's more versatile.
but
I need to
what
talk
is-
about
what is-
this.
What is he first? He's an artist first.
He's a rap
He's a
artist.
rapper.
He's the GOAT first.
Hang on. There's rappers who don't care how the song sounds, who don't care what the hook is. They just want to bar you up until you're bored.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Exactly.
People like Loaded Lux. A lot of them are in the battle rap community, to be fair.
The closest one in mainstream hip hop is Meek. He has a mainstream hit.
Yeah.
You know, Dreams and Nightmares. Literally, most of it is just him rapping on it.
Yeah.
He's the closest you
Meek's a
can
good
get in
crossover.
mainstream music to.
And that's
Just
funny
straight
because he
bars
started off
always.
battle rapping. So
Right.
that's funny that you would say that.
The straight bars
Yeah.
always.
All right. Anyway.
So of those guys,
There's
I
a
mean,
big difference between rappers
Not
and
saying
artists.
that Drake or Lil Wayne don't have bars. Not saying that they do, but they make songs.
Drake had my bars.
One Dance is a song.
what is it? Drake had your bar of the year.
Let me pull it up so I don't fuck it up. Hang on.
What
Listen,
song was
guys,
it?
listen.
I mean, we
listened
could
to
debate if
100
Drake actually wrote that bar that you're like.
Hey, I bring that up a lot too.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
Yo, listen.
we're
Let's
not
stop
gonna
playing on
debate.
Drake's name. He actually be writing his music.
All right, so bar of the year for me. This was
fuck with
on
you.
Gold Roses by Rick Ross.
Was that what was I just telling? Was
But
I
you-
telling
but
you?
you didn't even catch
Gold
the real
Roses
line, bro.
with Rick Ross,
But
bro.
keep going.
Hey,
We can talk about
hold
that.
on,
So-
Sam. Hold on. Before you say it, that's my bar of the year too. My bar of the year
I haven't
came
even
from
read the
that
bar
song.
yet.
It came from that
Okay,
song.
all right.
It came.
The bar goes 10 years in and y'all yet to hear my most impressive verses. paid the cost to be the boss, and it wasn't my most expensive purchase.
Hold on, let me just so you can.
That shit, like, when I hear that like chills
just
my
so
bones.
you can see
dude.
that I'm not playing with you. Look what I just
Is that
put
the same
up.
bar as yours?
Listen, look what I just put up on my social media the other day. The exact same thing you just said. I want you to read it to me.
Paid the cost to be the boss.
What does it say?
Paid the cost to be the boss wasn't even my most expensive purchase.
Well, and the
Bar of the
interesting,
year.
I'll put it this way.
my
Interesting
favorite
thing,
bar
though.
this
So,
year.
when you talk about rapper versus rap artist, does that mean when you talk rapper, is Drake not even on your list?
No, he's
Got
not.
it.
He's not. And
Oh, on bars?
no.
Yeah.
And,
Is he
I don't
disqualified?
think-
Little
hang on,
Wayne
hang on.
I
is
don't think
though.
people
Little
give
Wayne
Drake-
is though on mine.
and Vincent, we've had this discussion before.
Okay.
It's because I don't know if he wrote it or not.
But Lil
now,
Wayne-
if I knew that he wrote everything,
You know he be
What
writing
about
his
Lil
shit,
Wayne?
bro.
What about Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne's on my. What are we talking about?
Both.
Top 50? Like,
There's a
what-
top one.
huge Lil Wayne controversy.
he's not number
actually.
one, bro.
We all
Jay-Z's
know
number
this.
one.
We all know this. There's a huge Lil Wayne controversy about the Carter and as well as the Carter 2. That Gilly the Kid wrote a lot of that.
I never
Lil
heard
Wayne,
that.
Lil Wayne did not write that. That's the reason why Lil Wayne, I don't have time to deal with Willie the Squid. You know what I'm saying? Gilly
Willie-
the Squid, all that.
I never heard that
So
before.
and Lil Wayne did admit that Rock album is written not by him.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's like we all know Lil Wayne had verses
Maybe
and
that's where he
hooks
learned it.
Have you
written
heard-
by Drake and other people.
Can I
and-
say this? I think Lil Wayne's best work is not even his albums. I think it's his dedication.
Mixtapes.
Dedication for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
I
definitely
think
6.
the Carters are his best work.
I think the dedications are by far his one.
It's
of
tough. I mean, and this is why
greatest,
Lil
man.
Wayne's one of the best.
him and
because
DJ Drama.
we can
go
have a discussion
off.
like this because he's one of the best, right?
Oh, Lil Wayne is just a go. Anyway,
Yeah.
yo.
Anyway, we're at the 2-hour mark.
No.
Yeah, we should wrap.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Can we finish off with another question
Listen,
of
I
the
can't
day?
find the exact lyric, but Drake has a lyric about saying his boy will take the blast for me, like blasphemy. And he tied it in. And like, listen, Drake, I
Oh,
went
yeah.
back and went back to a lot of Drake lyrics. He low key has been dropping bars this whole time.
He has.
And like no one gives him credit for it. And I'm like,
we do though, but we
We
just
don't.
don't know if he wrote
we
it.
do though.
We don't know if he wrote it.
Bro, okay, let's say if you're reading this too late, it's all Quentin Miller.
Okay.
After
And that's,
that,
in my
there's no-
opinion, if you're
after
reading
that,
this
there's
too
no conversation. Him and Quentin never worked on a song again.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but like, who's
we-
to say that he hasn't been doing this his whole career?
And
What?
like we can truly say, I mean, it's in the credits. Quincy Jones, a 66-year-old songwriter, helped him do Over, his very first commercial record.
Soldier Boy put Drake on. Anyway, listen.
So I mean,
before
you gotta think about this. I mean, at the end of the day, Quentin Miller sent 6 reference tracks,
And they
that
sound
all
carbon
ended
copies.
up on the album, bro.
Yeah.
I get I actually listen to Quentin Miller. His music is actually really good.
Yeah, he's dope.
He's really good.
He's dope.
And like, I'll give him, if you're reading this too late, because this is the only rap album we ever got from Drake, is Quentin Miller. Now,
Closest thing to a
closest.
rapidy rap. Yeah.
Now there is rumors out there that Drake was writing for Tip, writing for a lot of people before he blew up. So as himself, he is a rapper. But now let's say take away people writing for him, the dude is really good at making somebody else's songs
Yeah, he's
sound better
It's
than
true.
how they did it.
His
Because I heard the
delivery.
Quentin reference tracks,
And they don't
Not
sound
as hot as
and
the
it
Drake
did not
version.
sound as hot.
But you know what's
And
kind
I'm
of
just
funny?
like, bro.
But
how
you know
do
what is kind of funny though?
You know what
you
Drake said
talk about
about
running through the
Kanye?
6 with my woes, right? He was actually talking about Zone 6 in Atlanta. So you have the biggest city in Canada, thinking they're actually the 6. In this reference track,
Yeah.
this kid is talking about a complete different place in
Yeah.
America.
Right.
That's propaganda though.
That's just
I
funny.
I gotta keep
That
it real.
shit's funny.
That's almost like
Anyways.
you idiots. I hate to say it.
Y'all
That's,
ate it up.
and y'all ate it up.
Yeah.
Hey, before
You know,
we
I
end
don't
it though, can we go off on another like real quick question?
Like, do you have a question? Or
I
you
do.
wanna get a
Just
question?
can we just get one? Can we just talk about something that we all learned recently, just to leave the folks off at home with something,
Something we
with
learned
some
recently.
value? You know what I'm
Interesting.
saying?
Kids at home, just let y'all know, you can make a lot of money ticket reselling. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Just educate yourself on everything you can.
Practical money making.
Yo, making money has never been the issue.
Right.
What is it?
Keeping the money.
Keeping the money, bro.
Keeping the money.
Okay, you've been learning that recently.
I've been teaching it at least
You've been
recently.
teaching it.
Woo!
Anything?
Been
from
learned
you?
it.
What's something you learned recently?
Something I learned. You go first. You sound like you got something.
Yeah, I
Let
mean,
me
there's
think.
a lot of stuff. I'm always learning every day, but I guess one thing that's on my mind right now is just that creativity is the balance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to find that balance in life. And one thing I will say is get creative with it. You know, like the way they're doing the Takeaway podcast here, whatever the case may be, whatever drives you, whatever wakes you up every day, makes you happy, whatever puts you to bed happy at night. I think creativity is that balance. And if you have that edge where you're creative naturally, go all in with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the internet is set up right now, you could do anything. The way the technology is set up right now, you could do anything. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, get more creative. And if you're already creative, get even more. I really think creativity is that balance. We have two parts of our brain. One's more technological and
logical.
You know what I'm saying? Logical. And then the other one is creative. So I think if we utilize both parts of our brain, we can find that balance.
2020 defines the creative or creativity generation. Went from industry age to information age, and now we're in the creative age. You're damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you about that.
Creativity is the balance. That's all I want to say. I might have a shirt in the future that says creativity.
I will gladly wear that.
I think you should.
It's already done.
I got 20 shirt ideas you need to run with that you've said throughout this show.
Yeah, I got them. Trust me. You can look at my notebook, man.
Listen, I got some more for y'all. Like, yo, live life with intention.
Intention. Best day ever every day. Let them know.
Listen, intent is everything. Listen, know where you're going in life. Please know where you're going. Are you going left or right?
Hey, listen. If like
we can't tell what car we should be in. We can't tell what speed we should be going if we don't know where you're going and when you gotta get there. Yo, third thing, enjoy the journey.
Facts.
Right? Fourth thing, happiness is success.
It is.
Shout out to Gary Vee for actually getting that in my head.
For real.
Shout out to him because he is so right about that. When we say we want to be successful, what we're really saying, we want to be happy.
Yeah, because we compare oftentimes to others, and we're not here to compare.
And fifth and last thing is not about how much money you make, it's about how much you keep.
Let them know. Say it again louder for the people.
It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep.
Hey.
All right,
let's get it.
So mine, live your life with the focus of being authentic and meaningful. Find out what is true to you and live vicariously through that. Find out what is meaningful to you and lean into that. Be authentic and meaningful.
You gotta be authentic.
Boom. And last thing, if you don't know where you're gonna be at in 5 years, you're probably already there. How's everybody doing here today?
Episode 26. Oh, you got one? You already said one. Yeah.
I think I said one. I just said, make sure you educate yourself. You feel me?
We out here.
Episode 26. The Takeaway Podcast.
It's the second 2-hour episode.
6-month anniversary.
Let's go.
Hello. I'm sauced up.
Many months, many more to come.
Peace.